Indeed, indeed. Mr. Remo, check in.
For the A&R Power 540, WRVA, Virginia in the building. What's good, Chef?
What's happening, man?
Great song, man. I love it. I'm anxious to see the movie now. Y'all got me totally interested. I'm going, but definitely love to get a remote interview on you. Like I said, I wanted to get it back to what Ray was saying, like, because the payout for movies is a lot better than the music ever been for most people. So, and I heard Ice-T say this one time. One of his biggest songs came from actually a sync from off a movie, which was, I believe, Colors for him. So have it ever happened for you like in that way, where the sync like did justice and helped your music career also at the same time?
Man, honestly, I haven't been fortunate enough to where they both kind of mix, but I'm hoping for this docu and the song and whatever I'm doing with this, and and in the future to kind of carry that torch. You know what I'm saying? But no, I haven't yet. You know, but a placement, I feel like a good placement, a good spot would do a lot for me. You know what I mean? I got a song called "The Gringo." But when I listen to it, all I think about is like Snowfall, like a situation where get me to the gringo. Well, Reed was the gringo in Snowfall,
Right.
the CIA dude. But pretty much, that's my concept for it. But yeah, nah, I feel like a good placement give me, be dope for me.
That's what's up, man. I love the song. Can't wait to hear more.
Yeah, man. Hey, check out the album, man. The Way Up is hot.
Gotcha.
Yep. And thank you.
Thank you.
My bad, Joe. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on with my shit today. I mean, I got some crazy tech ish going on over here. You know what I mean? I wish I just had a background issue. Shit, you know what I mean? But
it's all good. I did have a quick question too, Raymond. In terms of like, it's the summertime Shy is on. Things are moving around. I know you in Cali, but will you be going home to do any shows? All of these festivals that's going on around the Midwest. What do you got planned on that side of promoting a new project?
Yeah, I did a real heavy run in Chicago, but I was pushing that the No Name, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I did the Wind Trust recently with Al B. Shore, and I did My Girl at the show. But now it is time to get back to Chicago and do some more shows. I'm definitely gonna be there for that Ye concert though, at the Soldier Field.
When is that gonna go down?
September 3rd and 4th.
Oh wow, that's gonna be crazy. Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he moving around. He moving around a little bit.
Nice.
He's somewhere else in August too, I think. You know what I mean? So, I keep hearing a lot of people got inspired by this Jay-Z situation, bro. You know what I mean? So, a lot of cats getting back outside like that. So,
Yeah, hey, you know what? I like what Jay did with the recent one. The show he did, he snapped, man. You know what I'm saying? I heard a lot of people. It was a lot of talk about when he came with the fro and did the spoken word. I heard a lot of it was 50-50. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people had a lot of weird shit to say. But he just did the show he did in New York and brought him out and Nas and all them, man. He killed that. So yeah, I feel like they are getting people back outside, man. It's good.
yeah, I mean, bottom line that celebrating an album that was 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something to be commended. Um, how much touring have you done through your career?
Um, Shit, I Cleveland. I've done. You know what? I need to get out the country, but yeah,
Yes.
I didn't did pretty much all the Midwest. Florida, and I did a lot of touring. California, Modesto, all through Bakersfield, Fresno. I've gotten around, but I need to get out the country.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to
No,
go.
that
I want to go to Brazil,
yeah, yeah,
Brazil.
not there just seems to be a different appreciation outside the country, it feels, for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of seems to be when we talk to people who've been outside, they talk about the reception they get um outside the country. There's just a different level of appreciation for the art. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get a lot of my listeners though from Brazil. A lot of my real feedback comes from out there. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful with them ladies out there. Brazil pushing tough. Woo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm back. Hey, I'm back on the market, man. I
This
was,
that would bring me a
hey,
Latino baddie back home. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man. Maybe not to stay, but she can come visit.
Here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the way up. So when we talking about our release, man,
You say what?
the way up. When we talking about the release, the album.
The release is out.
Oh, my bad, my bad. So the way up is already. How long been out for?
Um, Shit, almost. Yeah, about 6 months.
Oh shit. Okay. So the last time we had you on, I think that might have been maybe around the drop of it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Word.
my girl,
Yeah.
it's on there.
Yep.
They all on there. But yeah,
Okay.
actually, it's doing good. But I'm gonna be back, man, because I got some joints, man. I just did recently. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
I'm
No, no,
like, I'm
you
super excited about it, man.
yeah, no, you welcome back anytime, Chef. You know what I mean? Again, friend to the platform. We love that you fucking come back and show love to the DJs. So right now is the move though, as far as pushing long story short, are we working that as a single right now?
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, we had a little viewing for the docu for BET Weekend.
Oh, nice.
So I dropped that as a single, because it's on the documentary. So I dropped it
Yeah.
as a single for BT Weekend. So that was really like when I dropped it, and I did a video for it. So it's a video out. The video is pretty tough too, but it really was just to coincide with the documentary and the viewing and the showing of it for BET.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's super dope.
Yeah,
Super dope.
yeah.
What do you call it? How about the Shy? Did you get any kind of sync placements with the Shy, the show?
Um, nah, I haven't. That would been nice though.
Yeah, because I think they're coming up on their last season already, man. So
Yeah.
just feel like that should have been some kind of synergy there, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, the shot. That's the relationship shot.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, that's been wild. So I mean, I think you definitely had joints that would have fit in there, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I would have. Yep, yep. But right now I'm working on this the origins, the power origins. Trying to get some placement on that because they power, they coming up in the '90s and that whole vibe. I got some shit for them.
That's right. Yeah, the sync play is the way today. You know what I mean? So especially when we talk about so many, just seem like every day there's a new platform. I don't know if you have tapped into these new like what are they, the vertical 90-second new mini series or whatever. Those things are blowing up though. You know, I just seen a new app. I think I put it in one of our chat. I'll try to figure it out. But like, it's wild. Just this thing that we hold in our hand, fam. The power that's in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know, it is wild. You know what I mean? And I know coming from the 1900s, you know, we watched from cassettes to CDs and albums and all that type of stuff to now, like this device is so much play in it. You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's nuts.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, looking at what do you call it? Like your whiteboard for the rest of the year, man. What's the goals?
Well, the next thing for me after I drop the next single would be a whole new album, but a movie attached to it. So, you know, the album would be the soundtrack for the movie I drop. You know, probably do like a 90-minute movie.
Yeah. As far have you ever taken your stab at like directing or like executive producing something behind the camera?
I directed and executive produced his last video, long story short. So if you check that out, man, you can, you know.
Yeah, I think someone put that in the chat too. We definitely got to check out the video.
Yeah, I mean, I did all the whole direction for. Usually, I always have some input on all my videos, but this one was pretty much all me.
All
You
right.
know, and then my cameraman Nick, you know, always got Brahma Bull right there. Got Big
Indeed.
Al on the line. What up, Al?
Big Brom. He a good spokesperson for you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
I gotta give Brom his props on his email blast, man. He probably be the most detailed of any email blast we get. You know what I mean? So shouts out to Brom. You know what I mean? Because that shit is appreciated from the standpoint of the DJs. You know what I
that's
mean?
what's
So
up.
shouts out to Brom, no doubt. You know what I mean? So, but listen, Chef, man, thank you again as always for popping in again. When you putting out that new music again, you know you're always welcome. Come on back, man. Let's hear it all. You know, but always glad to have you on, man. Always dope to have you on and again showing love to the DJs, the whole nine. Stay safe in that heat. Stay safe with the
Yeah,
baby girls you got. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And shit, enjoy the summer, man. Enjoy the summer.
yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
You
Right
too.
on, y'all.
You
Make
too.
sure y'all give Sean a follow out there on the gram. Always doing some dope shit, man. Super creative and definitely want to know keep up when that documentary drops, man. So I wish you the best with that. I hope that does pop off on Netflix. That'd be a super
Yeah.
good look. Be a super good look.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
All right.
I make sure you know. I let y'all know.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, go work on your background, brother. We'll get you right. You feel me?
Yeah, man. You know that
All
shit
right.
ain't mine.
That's what I said. I was like, he keeping it playing with the peak today. That's all good. It's all
You know
good.
that shit ain't mine. That ain't my name back there. All right,
I
boy.
wasn't gonna ask if it was no freaky shit or nothing like that. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, all right. Sean making videos. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. I tried to change it, man. Give me some flack, man. Give me
We'll give Sean some grace.
cut
Yeah,
me a
yeah.
little flack, man. I'm from the 1900s, like you said. That shit sound crazy, don't it?
Sound crazy, but that's what's so nuts. Like you said, it wasn't that long ago. But yet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are pushing 30 years. We are pushing 30 years outside of these 1900s, yo. Nuts. Like what's even crazy, you know, your 21-year-old right now was born in what, 2005? You know what I mean?
I'm 21, yeah, 2005.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That shit is nuts when you see it actually, like when you're at the bar or something like that, and it gives the birth date of the thing. It's like if you was not born before this date. So just seeing 2005 is nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, brother. Well, listen, man, we appreciate your time as always. Again, love the Brahma, love the Al on the call as well. Wish you the best, man. Like I said, we'll be looking out for when this documentary drop. Again, The Way Up, y'all, is the name of the new album. Been out now. Go check it out if you've yet to do so. Shouts out to Punch. I know he said they've been supporting the record out there in Naptown, the whole nine. So if y'all can support in any way, man, go support, no doubt.
Thank you. Thank y'all, man. Big love.
All right, bless up, Sean. Shout out Nipper and Blast. That one is homegrown right there. Double L vibe. You know what I'm saying? So little West Coast play. Anything with Blast always is wavy too. You know what I mean? Whether it's on his own or, you know, popping up on somebody's record. Good shit though.
That's on
Shouts out
the
to shit. What's that?
download already. It's on site to download.
What's that, dog?
No, the song you just played. It's on
Oh,
on the
okay.
site already. Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah. Shout out Nipper, shout out Blast. Available for download as well. That new single from Chef Sean, like I said, having him on. Long story short, that one is out there as well. Looking for that documentary. I bet you that documentary is gonna be good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's focused, man. You know, Chef Sean, I gotta say, like, at least he's a consistent dude. Like, he's consistently creating, which is great, man. So shout out to him, man, for real.
Indeed. It's tough out here, man. Like you know, like I said, I want to shout out to homie Killer Chief again, man. I was kind of watching something he was talking about and just, you know, this is no longer the music industry, man. This is the attention industry. You know, we've been talking about the attention economy now for quite some time, but it's just like, you know, you know, I mean, And that's the crazy thing about like, because like even like Neo today, right? He was talking about he was on one of the morning shows and talking about the AI, right, or whatever. And he's like, you know, and I know we this will be a continuous discussion with us here. Some who are for it, some who are against it. The cats who are artistically already doing what they do and using it as a tool. But then again, you got your Joe Schmo who just know how to do a prompt and they're supposed to be respected. It's bad enough that the artist scenario has become so oversaturated just in humans. Now you're computing with a computer or a robot. You know what I mean? So like I said, Joe Schmo who work in accounting over there at the bank, all of a sudden he like, all right, I want to get in this music thing. Let me prompt, and we're supposed to respect it. You feel me? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Big Red up here? I don't know, Raymond or Cia. Did
I
you?
think he did pop in. I'm not sure. There, yeah. What up, Big Red? Where you been, bro?
No, the reason why I'm asking, did y'all see? So there's a new music law that's going out about AI music and detecting and people as far as payout and everything. I don't know, Red, if you've seen this as well, because when I seen it, I thought of you. I was like, oh shoot, because they saying
So
people. Go ahead, who's on?
yeah, because wait, I'm just saying because I know while Casper's on, and I know he don't got a lot of time.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
But
We'll talk about it later.
let's get into it for sure.
Okay. Yeah. My bad. We got Toronto rep in the building. What's up, Mr. Casper TNG? Welcome to the call.
What's
Welcome
going
to the
on, my
call.
guy?
How we
you
doing? How we
bro?
doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just here, Thanks for taking the time to speak to me, man.
Now, without a doubt, man, glad you could tap in. Here you getting a lot of buzz out there in Canada, brother. So very cool to have you on the call 100%.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just trying to go up, make the shit big as possible,
Yeah. Any way we could get you to flip your phone to the sideways so we can get the little
Like this?
landscape view. There we go. Boom. Okay. We see he's in the whip moving around in the streets. Are you actually out there in Toronto now?
Yeah, I'm in Toronto right now. Yeah.
How's everything post that fire? That fire was crazy over there for
Which one? Oh, yeah. No, everything's
last
good
week or
now.
something like
The
that.
skies is clear. The skies are clear. Everything's looking good. It was looking crazy over here though for a couple of days though,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, glad to see you safe. Glad to see you safe. I see you moving around out there in them streets. What's summertime like in Canada, bro?
It's nice. The weather is nice. It's nice and hot. A lot of girls outside, a lot of partying. The boats. We got a super nice skyline, so everyone stays on the water in the summertime and goes on boats. And yeah, it's a big thing out here. It's like kind of like Miami a little bit, but less Miami though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Very nice. So Casper, correct me if I'm wrong, but getting down with Def Jam, huh?
No, Universal.
Universal. Okay. Yeah. My bad. All right. Word. Canada got their own Universal division, or you messing around with? Okay. Word.
Yeah, there's Universal Canada. And then on the state side, I'm with Republic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Word.
so Universal Republic right now working the project, but yeah.
So this joint that we got with A Boogie, is that actually a part of a project that's coming or a part of a project that's already out?
That's a remix to one of my projects that was already out. To one of the records on my last project, but the remix is gonna go on to my new project. I'm coming out with a project next month, so the remix is gonna be on there, as well as the original. The original market record is gonna be on the album as well, because my last project was an EP, just 6 records. So that was the song that kind of took off from that EP, and that's kind of where I got started blowing up again out here. So yeah, we're gonna put that record on the album. A Boogie's gonna be on the album. Yeah.
Having A Boogie, because I don't know if you was watching him. He was a part of the, super heavy during the Knicks finals. Was you watching the NBA finals at all? Is basketball big right there with you?
Oh, I wasn't even watching the final. Once there's no Toronto, I tend to check out.
All right. Nah, I see y'all making some moves though. You looking like you gonna
I
pick
tend to check. Yeah, we're trying to get that Kawhi back. We got that
yeah, trying to
Kawhi
get that
back, you
Kawhi
know?
back to the that's gonna be a
Yeah.
situation. Gonna be a situation. All right.
Gotta be serious, you know?
All right. Well, I know recently too we had the FIFA World Cup. I know Canada actually was hosting out there. Is the soccer game big out there too, or football, as I should say?
Yeah, no, it was crazy out here. Traffic was fucked because I'm from downtown Toronto too, as well. So the stadium not too far from where I'm from and shit. So, bro, yeah, it was packed up down here, hard to move around and stuff. But there was a lot of people from all around the world that were out here. So it was fun. It was fun. It was a good time in Toronto. It's kind of like when we had the All Star Weekend here, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that open up any opportunities, like to go do some shows, anything like that, right there in the city?
Where to work? No, I was actually traveling for the most part of while it was going on. I was in the UK and then I went to Paris. I was here for a little bit of it though, but I didn't do too much. I just did like the after stuff, like the partying and the boats and all that stuff, like, you know. But I didn't really do too much because I'm actually from here, so I didn't. I kind of try to stay not too outside in the front page. You know what I'm saying? Because she could get a little go left. I try to avoid those
Nah, I
situations.
feel it. I feel it. Okay, so that's what it is everywhere then, huh? Yeah. You know what I mean? So step outside, get your network on, and get back to work, huh?
Exactly. You know.
All right. So with that all being said, you know what I mean? Like, what does Casper do for downtime, man? What are we doing? We just want to get away from all the work. What we doing?
I just like to travel. I have a daughter, so I like to spend time with my daughter. Just do some family stuff. I'm even getting ready to leave right now. I'm gonna take my daughter somewhere. We're gonna go fly out probably next month, early next month. So yeah, bro, I just like to just get around. I did some prison time. I did about 4 years. I got off parole a few years ago. So since then, I just like been just trying to travel, see the world. Before I went to prison, I didn't even have a passport, you know. So when I came out, got my passport, just started traveling different places, like not even with the music. Just I went to Egypt, I went to Paris already, but by myself. I went to a couple places that that I always just wanted to go to when I was sitting inside, and then from there I just started just loving traveling. So I like sports, I play basketball and stuff. That's about it, and I just stay working, stay in the studio. Even studio is my leisure time. Like when I'm bored, I just be in the studio, just chilling and recording and hanging out. Even if I'm not recording, I'm just hanging out in the studio, just keeping that vibe going.
Hell yeah. Well, listen, no shame in just getting your passport. I barely just got mine, and I'm from the
Exactly.
1900s. You know what I'm saying? So no
Yeah.
shame,
I'm
no
from the
shame whatsoever.
1900s too, man. I'm from the
Let's
1900s
get it,
too.
baby. Let's get it. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, we
Yes.
gotta we gotta put on.
No doubt, man. Well, big ups to you, man, and glad you're home. Glad you're off of paperwork, and get to play daddy appropriately so with your daughter. She needs you in her life, no doubt. You know what I mean? So all the more reason we'll be rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? I know we're on a little bit of limited time, so let's get into this joint again. The market joint you said was already kind of taking off, and then we threw A Boogie on this remix, huh?
Yeah. Even I'm not gonna the originals even still right now. The original's platinum right now in Canada. So the original's
Fire,
still
bro.
like it's still the original's still bigger than the remix, but the remix like kind of just added that states, that USA. Like I haven't really been too tapped in over there, so it kind of added that, like people finding out who I am over here and stuff like that. And he killed the record as well too, so did a good job. So hope you guys enjoy.
All right, check it out, y'all. We got Casper TNG with us checking in directly from the 6. Here we go. This one is the market remix with A Boogie with a hoodie. Check it out. Okay, word. Yeah. You know what I mean? Good shit, brother.
Yes,
And I like the play. I like the play of tapping in with A Boogie to get a little stateside love. You know what I mean?
yes, sir.
So you said
Yeah,
that
and it
that
wasn't
record.
even only that too. We fuck with A Boogie over here, man. He's I'm like before I went inside, it was when he started first kind of taking off and shit. When he had those the timeless record, not a regular person, all those records. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to those heavy. Toronto was listening to those heavy. So it was just a good moment because it was a big moment for the city when the original came out. So a lot of people fucked with that the fact we had A Boogie join on. So yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah. So was the connection kind of organically? Did you tap in with him when he was out there in Canada?
No, not even. It was kind of through the label,
Okay.
but like once we got connected, it became kind of more organic. Like, he has some mutuals out here in the city. He's tapped in with some people that I'm tapped in with out here. So it's kind of like, all right, once that started getting worked out, it was like a mutual thing. You know what I'm saying? He pulled up, we had him come to Toronto, we shot the video in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. So yeah, we went out to the club and shit. Like, yeah, it was cool.
All right, good shit, man. Good shit. I love to see them relations kind of come together organically rather than just some, you know what I mean? Like whatever, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
I fuck with it though, man. I fuck with it. And glad to see you said because you said that record is already getting mad motion out there in Canada, huh?
Yeah. Like right now, it's still kind of hot. Like it just went platinum. Literally, I would say like last month. I think went platinum. So yeah, it's doing good out here. I'm just trying to just keep pushing the record, and when I'm moving on to new stuff, rolling out my new project and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys if they I don't know if they sent you Trap for a Year too, my new record that just came out, but that shit went like number 5 trending on YouTube. So that was doing all right now too. You know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes,
but just
sir.
trying to just work the way up.
That's right, man. Keep it in motion. We got a few people with us want to ask some questions. Like I said, we got DJs from all around the country, so shouts out to New York. Big CL, what up, brother?
What up? What up? First of all, shout out to Casper, popping up, no doubt. Shout out to Toronto. Shout out to the T.6, all of that good stuff. Got mad family out there, so I've been knowing for a long time how dope Toronto is and how influential it is. I was interested to know like your story to success because a lot of times artists from Canada feel like it's so hard to break through to the US. But there's so much talent, right? There's tons of dope talent. There's never been a lack of talent in Toronto, but you seem to have done it organically in Canada that's crossing over organically into America. What was the thing that sort of sparked it, or how did you do it? Was it clubs, streets? Was it social media? Was you in a freestyle circle? What do you feel like helped you the most to really get the attention, to get the country behind you initially?
To get Canada behind me.
Yep.
So basically, like how it is out here, like where I come from is like the underground Toronto scene, like the streets. You know what I'm saying? Where like over the years, it grew bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? Where there's street rappers that I used to listen to from Toronto that nobody knows who they are, but I look up to them more than I look up to the big artists that you guys know. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Stuff like that. So I came up in that circuit where there's a couple guys that also probably kind of you guys maybe know. Maybe you guys heard of Pressa, or you guys heard of maybe Smiley, like that's with Drake and stuff like that. We're all kind of from the same boat. But like me, I was always dropping music. Um, but I was always also at the same time actively like in the streets and stuff like that. So I'm going in and out of jail. Like most of my hit records before I got signed, I wrote them in jail. You know what I'm saying? And just like of me being in and out, in and out, in and out. So all these people that I'm meeting in jail every single time, and I'm writing these songs with them, and I'm coming out and I'm dropping videos and they're getting millions of views. And it's like, oh shit, the streets is like, I remember when he made that, he was rapping that on Range, da 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 da, like so it's like authentic. And then it's to the point like, and then the other thing is like, not a lot of people out here really are making like music that's relatable to everybody. You know what I mean? Or not being versatile. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like not knowing where to turn the artist and separate the artist from the real life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just came up. I had a couple records. My name has been like just always buzzing in the underground scene and just always in the street politics. And now it's like really what's working for me right now is the fact that I'm just came home from prison and being older and just not really doing the things that I used to do, what people know me for. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm not in and out of jail no more. I'm not fucking on the internet beefing with people. I'm not doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So people are seeing me kind of take a different route and focus more on music. and I don't know, it's been working ever since then. And yeah, like I don't know, I dropped the market, and yeah, that's kind of what changed everything for me. And it kind of made it easier for a light to be shed on me and what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Also, when it comes to like the U.S., like I've been in and out of the U.S. from since a child. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't know if you've ever heard of the Nation of Islam. I was in the Nation of I was born basically in the Nation of Islam. So I was like in and out of going to like the mosques and stuff and going to listen to Minister Farrakhan speak all these things. So it's like I was kind of um like I know what like the vibes over there too. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I know what's going on over there. I'm kind of in the part of the culture over there too. Because there is no Nation of Islam in Canada really like that. It was just one mosque in Toronto that I was born in, and it was like I had to, in order to tap in with my culture, with my people, I had to come to the U.S. I had to come to the States. So I was influenced by a lot of the States music too as well. So you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, I kind of have the best of both worlds where I was back and forth. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. So now it's like a lot of people are kind of gravitating and being able to relate to my story and things that I'm telling, things that I'm saying in my music. And yeah, I don't know. It's all just working out, and I hope it stays that way. So yeah.
Nah, respect, man. That's dope, man. I know all of that, and just keep going, man. Shout out to the nation, and shout out to the music, man. The single got a lot of love in the chat, man, a lot. So, you got a joint, B. Keep rocking.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Word.
Yes, sir. Remo, did you still want to chime in there?
Yes. Remo, WRVA, Virginia in the building, Power 540. First of all, I want to say to you, Casper, assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam, my brother.
Rockman to a bird car to brother. Yes, I am. I am a Muslim myself. A great song, great song. Just it's even more special with me now. I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You are a follower. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we must support each other. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So at the end of the day, I would love to tap in with you, get you an remote interview in VA. We definitely gonna pump you in VA. It's Canada, VA to Canada right now. You know what I'm saying?
Was that Virginia, right?
Yes, Virginia, out of Roanoke. Roanoke
nice
area.
to meet you, my brother.
Nice to meet you too. We definitely gonna pump this up. Great music, and I'm looking for some more. My question is to you. First of all, I want to salute you for having your struggles for going through in and out of the system and still keeping your career going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then being able to, gravitate within yourself to change for the better, right? To help you further your situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we strive for in Islam anyway. You know what I'm saying? To get out the dunya. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So I would say to you, are you able to get your message out to the youth in the way you want to, because it's very powerful?
I feel like I'm on my way there. Like I feel like I'm starting, but the thing is, like, I can't go to like full like preachy on them yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to give them. I don't want to like be preaching too much and trying to like, I don't know, be too much of a voice or nothing like that. I just want people right now to just hear the music to the point where my influence can be more like powerful. You know what I'm trying to say? To the point where when I'm ready to actually start, giving my message out to the public and stuff like that, it means more. You know what I'm saying? But I want people to just hear the music now. When I do my interviews, of course, people will hear me talking, respect my message and what I have to say, because it will just sound kind of basically like this. But other than that, like I want to keep the music just how it is and just fun and just relatable to everybody right now. But I feel like right now, just me and my actions and people just following the youth, just watch the youth in my city, just watching my story, because I've been doing this for about 12 years now. My first hit record I had when I was 18 years old. I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of been viral in Canada for a long time. A lot of people grew up on me in Canada, like how I would have grew up on Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like big in the underground scene over here. I have like 3, 4 gold records before I ever got signed. I was independent doing that stuff. So like them seeing me come from in and out of jail, the gang banging, the dope dealing, the raids, all this type of stuff, and then to see me not do it in a corny way, like, hey guys, change your life, hey, da 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 da, but just leading by example and just doing the things I'm doing and going traveling, seeing the world, but not doing all the stuff on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Posting like, you know, family shit, taking care of my kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show the youth, like, yeah, bro, family. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what's the biggest thing. You know, taking care of your family, get this money, get out the hood. Yeah, bro, like all the, you know. But I don't want to. I just want to lead by example, not have to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We need that movie. We need that movie,
Yeah,
Aki.
yeah,
That's what we need.
yeah. 100.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, bro.
So, Casper, what was your turning point when you realized, like, man, I'll just keep continuing this down this path or whatever, whatever. Like, what became? I don't want to say it was a bottom, or what was the realization thing that was like, man, I gotta do something different.
Yeah, no, because I always been in and out of jail and stuff, but for like little stuff, like little like drug deals, stuff like that, a couple of gun cases, stuff like that. But like the last time I had went to jail was for like some crazy shit. It was like a shooting, police chase, all just like crazy shit that was like super media covered and all that type of stuff. So, and at that time, I just had my child, right? So I went to jail for the longest time. I went to jail for 4 years when my daughter was just born 2 months. So like kind of like coming out after that and then getting to spend the time with my daughter and realizing like, yo, fuck, I can't even play with this. I can't go back. I can't separate again. I can't do all that type of stuff. So I gotta just man up, do my thing, do what I gotta do, and you know, just but yeah, that was really it for me, and just trying to just get my life back together, and just knowing that I have a talent, a gift from God, and just like a way out, you know, for me, for my people, for my family. It's just to just lock in, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's
Now,
all it
I
really
know
is.
this music game is tough, bro. You know what I mean? Trying to eat or just off music alone. So, what other kind of ventures or whatever are you kind of diving into just to diversify the bread coming in? You know what I mean?
Right now, fuck, I'm just looking at like all, the money right now, the legal money that's new to me right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm still learning how to do my taxes. I'm still learning all these things. But right now I'm looking at like real estate. I'm trying to get into real estate, but I'm not trying to do too many like other ventures that I don't know the business of, because then I feel like maybe I might be taking too much L's or whatever. Been just saving and you know, looking at properties for the future, maybe not the near future once I get all like my shit situated or whatever. But yeah, no, and I kind of invested into myself. I started my label, my imprint. I have a couple guys, up and coming rappers from my city that I signed, and have some projects coming out from them too as well. So I just kind of wanted, like, I'm getting older now, so I want to take the entrepreneurial step and, you know, just start kind of mentoring the other younger artists, and you know, maybe build and then build my label, you know. So I got an imprint for my label with Universal. So now we're partners on that, and I have a couple artists coming out. So that's kind of what I'm focused. I'm just trying to stay on the music right now. I have like I have to focus on one thing at a time. You know what I mean? So right now I'm super just locked in on music, and yeah, that's it really.
All right, brother. Well, listen, man, keep growing. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Keep soaking it all up. You know what I mean? And more importantly, man, just make sure you stay outside so you can be there for that little baby girl. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Well,
100%, man.
listen,
Thanks for
Casper
having me though.
TNG, no
100%.
without a doubt. What's the best way? Because people, like I said, Remo, you got other people who either want to get drops or want to suggest, you know, try to get some other interviews or whatever. What's the best way to get in touch with you? Like the Instagram DM, or we got a
Yeah,
rep on
yeah.
here for you or what?
Let me hear. I'm putting in the chat. Official cast. I just put my Instagram in the chat. So anyone want to reach out, that's how you can get a hold of me. And yeah, bro, that's really it. My main communication is on there. And yeah, bro, thanks for having me though. I appreciate everyone for spending the time out and checking out the record, listen to me speak. Hopefully you guys fucked with the record, support anything else I have coming out. I have the record coming out in a couple weeks. I have a record that just came out called Trap for a Year too. I'll put it in the chat as well too if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, man, just super appreciative for your time, bro.
Nah, 100%, man. 100%. Like I said, you're always welcome to come on back to it and check out a record. One thing I will say, like I said, everybody here keep it real, whether we fuck with it or not. You know what I mean? So we will definitely always let you know we rock with it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Hey, keep it easy. And shit,
Yeah.
we gonna leave with the Trap for a Year too right here. Show the still visuals. So thank you for coming on the call, brother. Be safe out there in the
Yes,
streets.
sir.
And
Thank you, my
we'll see
guy.
you soon.
Thank you. Love, bro. Love.
On the call and not from there, you know what I mean? But Casper TNG, shout out to the young bull doing his thing out there in the six, you know what I mean? So we're gonna head over to our next guest, and I thank you for being patient right there, Spark Dawg. Spark Dawg, we got Spark Dawg in the building, the hood dentist checking in. If you are able to unmute your mic there, good sir.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
There we go, there we go, there we go. How we living, sir? How's it going down?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I can't complain at all. I'm blessed.
That's right. That's right. If we could have you turn your phone so we could get the landscape view, if you don't mind. You might have the lock on. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But just we keep. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, we in the game. We in the game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Where we checking in from today, bro?
I'm out here in Atlanta, man. I'm from Texas, but I'm out here in Atlanta right now. That's why I say now.
Okay. Word. How's that weather out there? What's summertime right now in the A?
Hot as fuck. It be hot, man. It's hot Atlanta, man. Hot Atlanta. You feel me? It's
Yeah,
the South.
yeah. So how's Atlanta though right now compared to Texas? Because Texas is no joke neither, bro.
Yeah, no, Texas hot too. You feel me? It's the South. You know what I
All
mean? So
right.
if I was home, I'd be hot as fuck too. So it's the same shit.
Yeah. Where you originally from in Texas?
Little small town called Killeen, Texas, man. I wear it on my neck every day. This is the
All
official
right.
logo. This is the city logo. You know what I mean? Killeen, Texas. I wear that shit with pride for sure.
Nah, that's ill. That's it. 100%. Yeah. She about to do the same with my shit. Hell
All
yeah. Hell
right.
yeah. Yeah. And so is that how you connected with Drumma? Tapping in out there in Atlanta?
Nah, man. Drum found me in Texas.
Okay.
He was hosting the stage at South by Southwest a few years ago, and I
Nice.
perform there every year. Like I'm a staple where I'm from, you know. So
Bet.
I'm at South by Southwest every year for a couple bookings, and his stage was one of the stages that I ended up hitting. And when I got off stage, he gave me his number, and yeah, we pretty much been rocking ever since.
Hell yeah. Nah, good shit. Good shit, man. Shouts to Drumma Boy, no doubt. Heavy
Yeah, for
respected,
sure.
you know what I mean? Talk the name. Talk the name. We got to know what's up with the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the hood dentist, man, the hood dentist. Like before I got signed, fresh out of high school, I started selling grills. Like that was my hustle. You know what I mean? So that's the whole hood dentist brand. You know, just me pulling up, doing dental impressions. You know, making grills, and then I started more focusing on making grills for people who had missing teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like saving folks from having to go pay 20 grand on surgery for implants. You know what I'm saying? And when I started posting that kind of shit on TikTok, it just took off and just made me like super viral. And so just kind of like merged that together with what I got with the music and shit like that. So my album that I just put out with Drumma Boy just came out last Friday. You know what I'm saying? It was originally titled Kaleen. Like that was gonna be the name of my album. It was gonna stand for um, kill everything and everybody now. You know what I'm saying? Kill EEN. You feel me? So we was running with that title while I was creating the album, but the trajectory of my TikTok page, it's like through the roof, and it just made sense to just switch up the album title. You know what I'm saying? I make a lot of grills for celebrities and shit, like Tisha Campbell from Martin, Erica Banks, the rapper, Callie, the other female rapper with what is it, Kalii with the area code song. You feel me? Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody, man. Little Scrappy reached out, had me do a grill for one of his baby mamas and shit. So yeah, man, it just made sense just to kind of just merge the two and just bring both worlds together. So the Hood Dentist album right now, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that sounds like you learned real quick around the branding. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because you
for
know,
sure.
so
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
it
super
worked out.
dope, super dope. Yeah, congratulations, man. So talk about work. So what was Drumma's involvement on the project? He produced a lot of this, or was happening?
Yeah. Well, he's the executive producer, so you know he
Okay.
pretty much got like the final say so on what album, you know, what track make the album and shit like that. But he produced most of the album. But he's so cool, man. He's so humble, you know, to be a dude who won Grammys and shit like that and got diamond records. Like he was 100% cool with whatever producers I was working with before I signed with him to be a part of my project, and new producers that I met along the way, man. So I'm in the best situation I could ever be in. You know, I wear this chain with pride too, man. You know, that Drum Squad shit for sure.
Yeah,
Drum Squad
man.
records.
Yeah, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Steady blinging, steady blinging. I love it. I love it, man. Well, listen, man, let's get into some records. I actually got sent over the whole project, man. So I kind of want to let you be the curator here. You know what I mean? So let me
All
know,
right.
let me know which one you want to kick off with.
You said you got the whole project?
I got the whole project, clean and dirty. So
Let's fuck them up with the intro. Let's blow their mind and let's show them, you know, what made somebody like Drumma Boy wanna sign a kid from small town Killeen, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Let's set it off. Let's go
there it
into the
is.
intro.
Talk. Yeah. Yes, it is. Spark Dawg, the Hood Dentist. Check this out again. The Hood Dentist, the album is out now. Check this out, y'all.
Look, this is what you get when a nigga going album mode. Stills independent, reminiscent to the Alamo. All about cash, assets, bread, collateral. Texas boy, but I'm going crazy in Atlanta though. You don't want no Anna hoe, sipping on this Fanta slow. A nigga shot at me and got shot in his clavicle with 80 on the dash, but I pulled up in that cash slow, thinking to myself like, how much is a Phantom Roll? Remember I was sad and broke, haters used to laugh and joke. Pop out in my city, women see me and they damn near choke. Remember me, skinny with some braids, trying to rap at shows. How many hoes have I ever slayed? Only heaven knows. Good times, no more bad days. I ain't having no. Life's good, night after night. I'm with the baddest hoes. Ask me, the cup's half full, but I could add some more. Got foreign women feeding me grapes, fresh off banana boats. Click clack, chopper making dance. Ain't the animal. Sit back, ain't gotta raise a hand. I can have you smoke, chit chat. Fuck a nigga saying, what we chatting for? I'ma let the music speak. What you think I'm rapping for? Still be looked at as the GOAT, if I never rap before. Straight up by Killeen, that's the no cap capital. Beef, let the blinky speak. I ain't with that yapping, bro. Niggas turn friendly when they lacking, like what happened, bro? In these streets, keep a gun, cause you know how it go. Play for keeps, never run back down the fold. When you getting fast, money gotta count it slow. Fuck sleep, count sheep, I'd rather count this dope. Skinny nigga, but I love a fat camel toe. My trap bitch came through with a pound of smoke. Let her dry the boat and pound town a throat. Keep my dick out your mind before you drown the choke. Spark a lot, Drum Squad, la familiar. If you ain't family of the squad, I ain't feeling ya. I'm not familiar, so I could care less. I spill flavor and drip sauce like I'm careless. I had a bitch from Lebanon that I still miss. Her pussy in her hair was bomb like a terrorist. Wax on, pussy hairless. Attitude mean, but a pretty nice pair of breasts. Guess what? I'm on now, fuck next up. I'm about my money like a motherfucking check stub. Diamonds in my teeth, got my rapping ass flexed up. Now all those that left me on scene know they messed up. Heard we kill it, now your lace front messed up. 2 chains on, got me shining from the chest up. Put your vest up, cause we aim from the neck up. If you don't want these bullets in your brain, nigga, best up. So high, I could float like a parachute. Got signed, now I'm on like a pair of shoes. They say a nigga skill set's uncomparable. I rock shows and kill sets, something terrible. Look, I'm so sick, I mix the lean with the Theraflu. I'm no doctor, but this weed here is medical. I got so many O's, I could spare a few. They say I got so many flows, I tell the truth.
Yes, sir. Spark Dawg, the Hood Dentist is his name. That is the title. I should say the intro track on the new project, Kill Everything, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of love in the chat. You can see it right there, brother. You know, fire emojis all over the place. You know, I can tell you 100%. I can tell you 100%. You got DJs from all around the country on here, and if they wasn't fucking with it, you would know. So definitely, definitely love all in the chat. Definitely complimenting the bars. So yeah, man, good shit, bro. Good shit.
Man, I
Good shit.
appreciate it.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy, man. I fuck with it heavy. We got some people want to chime in. You got the time, no doubt. Mr. Funky Skunk. Mr. Funky Skunk, check in one time.
Yo. What up, man? Hey, man. I like that record, man. The beat is dope. The flow is nice. You got bars. You got a different sound. You don't sound like you're trying to sound like nobody else. I know you threw in a shout out to 2 Chainz on there. Respect to 2 Chainz. It sound like you well connected, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Appreciate your youth while you got it. I mean, I got over 45 years in the game right now, and I'm still doing it like when I was 16, 17 years old, trying to anyway.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Keep that energy. Keep that energy, man, because you gonna make it to your highest level, and then go beyond that. You feel me? But yeah, man, the record is dope, man. You sound good. You sound real good, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man. That's just the intro. I can't wait till y'all hear some of these singles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I can't wait till I want to hear the whole album now after hearing that. You know.
All right.
This show was fire, man. It's fire. It's fire. No doubt. Quality, the sound. I heard every instrument. Everything was clear, professionally mixed, sounding. You know, your voice is crystal. You know what I'm saying? You can understand every word you saying. That's really important to me, man. You know, understanding all your lyrics and what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't talking no bullshit. Straight up, I hope I can cuss on here, but
you all right. You all right.
It's dope. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? I just want to chime in and give you my respect, man.
Yeah, I can't wait till you hear the whole album, man.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna check your information out, man, and check out my thing. I put my information in the chat too. I got an album. It's on the background right there that I dropped 26 songs on it. So if you get it, check that out, man. But yeah, man, it's all about you right now, man. I ain't got nothing but high praises for you, my man.
I appreciate it. Can't wait till you hear everything. So.
All right, my brother. I'm gonna land the plane right there, man. Peace.
Shout out Funky Skunk. Let me tell you, Spark, he don't never turn his camera on. So, you know what I mean? That mean he fuck with the record. You know what I mean? Fuck yeah. I see you, Skunk. I see you. Remo, Mr. Remo, check in.
Remo the A&R, Power 540 WRVA in the building. What's good, King?
Man, God is good every time. You feel me?
First of all, bar matters. And being the South guy, I know that you always probably get that thing, man. The South don't be spitting bars, man. Nah. Salute, King. Them bars is definitely on point. And I love how you understand the game and as far as how your branding goes in situations like that, because that's hard to teach in these nowadays, you know what I'm saying, with artists nowadays, you know what I'm saying, getting them to understand anything about artist development and how to go out there and get that money. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. I want to ask you, this is a question because you come from a small town. Did you, I know you always dreamed of going big, but did you see it coming when it came? Or was it just like, yo, this is like out of nowhere?
For me, it was always just a matter of time. I just knew. I always been confident in my ability to make high quality music. It was just a matter of me, getting outside of my local area, because I did everything I could do back home. Like back home, small town, Killeen, Texas. I'm big fish, small pond. So it just got to a point where I hit a cap, hit a ceiling. There was nothing else I could do. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm signed to Drumma Boy, but before that, I was signed to Scarface. You know what I'm saying? So my history go deep. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that I had a sound that the whole world would appreciate if they had a chance to hear it. And so when I hooked up with Drum, it was just a matter of me coming out here to Black Hollywood, the mecca of the South music, and really just planting my flag in the sand and seeing that if I can be big fish, small pound in Killeen, Texas, then, what kind of shark can I be, in the deep waters? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I feel like I've been here 4 years, and I feel like I definitely, impacted, and I feel like it's just gonna get bigger now that my album's out. So yeah, it's all good.
That's what's up, King. Salutes to you. I can't wait to hear some more. And you definitely sharp with your pen. Sharp with it. So I can't wait. I'm going to check out this album. That's what I'm gonna
Need
do.
that. I
And
need
we
that.
definitely got to get. Hey yo, y'all got to hook me up. We got to get a interview on him on Power 540 for sure.
Bet that up.
Hell yeah. I like that you talked about the ceiling, Spark. You know what I mean? Because we talk about that a lot. Because sometimes you do. I mean, and I can only imagine the small city you talking about. But Texas is so
Yeah.
big. Like, did you start? I mean,
Yeah.
what made you think? Okay, like I mean, because you could go to Dallas and pop, you can go to Houston and
Yeah.
pop, you can go to Fort Worth, you can go to San Antonio. Like, it's just so big right there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
hearing you talk about like just a ceiling in your little city, like, I mean, have you been moving around in all of Texas?
Yeah. I mean, we did
Okay.
all that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Okay.
really what made me. That's really what made me who I was the fact that I was known in these big markets.
Fuck yeah.
Being a guy from Killeen, we could talk about Dallas, Texas, and the records I got with people like Duro Music, DSR, Tum Tum, Big Tuck. Real Dallas like staples. You know what I'm saying? Back
Yeah.
down to Houston. Houston. I headlined my own tour with DJ Michael Watts in 2016. You know what I'm saying? Me and Michael Watts went on tour together. It was called the Rapper and the DJ Tour. This is well documented, probably about 15 cities we hit all through Texas and New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So San Antonio, if y'all know anything about San Antonio, they got King Khalid. We got records. You know what I'm saying? People like that who matter in all these different cities. So I did all that way before I came to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But Atlanta, for what I got going on, is where I need to be for my situation. So it just made sense. I know Drumma Boy's from Memphis, but he lives in Atlanta, so the label's based in Atlanta. It just made sense for me to be with bro, so people can see this shit. See us out and us work together. Hand in hand. Aside from me just sitting in Killeen, signed to a super producer, just having them just email me tracks and me email them back and. Nah, I wanted to do it big, so I made the transition. Atlanta home now. Yeah,
Hell yeah, brother. Good for you. Good for you. Shout out Drumma too. I think he just tapped in on the call, so definitely want to shout out Drumma, man. A living legend, no doubt, on his own right. So, Mr. Lee, what's happening, Mr. Lee? I know Mr. Lee's over there salivating now to Texas as well.
Yeah, what's good? Nah, bro, man. I've been knowing Spark Dawg since 2005. You feel me? When we with the Green City with his DJ Small stuff. But back on, bro, like back on May 20th, so y'all played his first single called Bounce that I sent to you. You feel me? Just that y'all played on the Digiwaxx call. So man, that's him, man. That's his record right there. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But
thank you, Lee.
Yeah, that record been blowing up everywhere. Every DJ call, everybody just been they just been on that record like crazy, yeah. Straight up.
All right. I appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate it all. For sure.
You got young energy, but you feel like an old soul, brother. You know what I mean? Like you're not a rookie to this, no doubt. You know what I mean? But like I said, you still feel, I like your wits of it all right now. You know what I mean? So fuck with it.
I'm just humbled by the whole experience, and like I say, the person I'm signed to, man, I just I watch how he move. He instilled a lot into me. Drum, of course. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a student of the game. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here because I know, when the people hear the music, it's a no-brainer. So I'm just humbly, just kicking back, coasting, floating, letting the music spread, and it's gonna do what it need to do. So.
Yep, indeed. Humbly confident. What I like to call it. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Holly Grove, what it look like?
Holly Grove.
Hi, I'm DJ Holly Grove. Not sure
Stop
if we met.
playing, man. Stop playing. Come on, man. Holly Grove
know the whole world, bro. Holly Grove know the whole world.
So like, I kind of want to speak on his grind, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you had asked him, being from Killeen, did he think, he would be big? He knew it. You hear me? He knew a long time ago. He knew way back probably, I'ma say when I started, really fucking with him like 2009, 2010, he knew then. It was just like you said, a matter of time because he had already did everything with the Fat Pimps and the Rolls, you know what I'm saying? And, like he said, then open up and did shows with the Slim Thugs and the Paul Walls and all that. So it was just a matter of time. And I'm proud to see my dog, do his thing. Now, brother, we got to go ahead and get that Chop Not Stop remix going. You hear me?
Come on, man. Come on. Drum got the files. He gonna get you whatever you need.
It's
Chop it
going
up.
down, brother.
Chop it up.
Again, I'm glad to see your success, brother. I'm whatever single you running with, I'm running that bitch on my mix.
We finna play it next. It's called Run That Cash Up. I need you on it. I need you on it. For sure. Like you do. Like you gonna do anyway. I already know.
Done
For
deal.
sure. For sure.
All right, but we got some more people definitely want to chime in. And again, shout out Drumma Boy. I know he's on here, but I think that was a good little introduction. Let's run that Cash Up joint featuring YT Main. Again, the Hood Dennis, the name of the project. Spark Dawg is his name. Check this out, y'all.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Run that cash up, yeah. Run that cash up. Run that cash up. Run that cash up, yeah. Run that cash up. Run that cash up, yeah. Run that cash up, yeah. Run that cash up, yeah. Run that bag up, she gon' bag it up. That's a lot of money. Gonna add it up. She wanna fuck with me. Bitch ain't bad enough. She wanna fuck with me. Bitch ain't bad enough.
She liking my smile, I'm liking the butt. I like to get high, she like to get drunk. Ain't nothing but Z's I stuffed in my blunt. I feel like I'm flying, it must be the run. She bitch come around, I make her my slut. She wanna be down cause my money up. She let her lifestyle cause I'm going up. She blowing me down cause I'm blowing up. All of this fame ain't none of it luck. All of these chains ain't none of them tucked. High traded game and I'm cold as fuck. Don't play no game cause I'm grown as fuck. All of this fame ain't none of it luck. All of these chains ain't none of them tucked. High traded game and I'm cold as fuck. Don't play no game cause I'm grown as fuck. So run it up.
Run that cash up, run that cash up, run that cash up, run that cash up, yeah. Run that cash up, run that cash up, yeah. Run that cash up, yeah. Run that cash up, yeah. Run that bag up, she gon' bag it up. That's a lot of money. Gonna add it up. She wanna fuck with me. Bitch ain't bad enough. She wanna fuck with me. Bitch ain't bad enough.
Hey, sweet cakes, it's me. I was just calling to let you know how much I really do miss you, babe. I've been thinking of you all day.
Run it cash up, yeah. Run it cash up, yeah. Run it cash up.
Run that cash up. The name of that one right there. Big Red, chime in. DJ Big Red out of Dallas, where you at?
Right here. What's going on now? Hey,
Big Red, what it do?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I know you out of Killeen, Texas, man.
Yeah.
I've been homebred and homegrown, man. Out of Dallas here. You out there by that military base, man. So you got you're military minded and everything. So you got that you got that one good, you know what I'm saying, that hard core mentality, man. So I know you got that grind in you, man. So
believe that.
So one thing I can say, your music sound good. That's one thing I can say. And everybody saying like, hey, being in Texas, you got all these markets around you that are good markets, but the thing is, we don't have TV in Texas. You know what I'm saying? People can't see you in Texas. But when you're in Atlanta, people can see you in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Black Hollywood. So you made the good move. You made the right move. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to that right there. Good move.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
And that's one thing we say, because I know you done been to the vertical mixer. You know what I'm saying? Out of the South, Texas by Southwest. So, I know you done been to that. So they tell you that, if you're trying to make it in Texas, you got to get out. You got to get out of Texas. You're going to go two places. You're going to go to LA. You're going to go to Atlanta. You're going to go to New York. You got to go to them places right there. You made the right move. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations on that. So what's your next move with the music that you got right now?
The next move is getting the music videos out for each record on the album. You know what I'm saying? So the single Run That Cash Up, we got a treatment. We just putting everything together to get that video out to y'all ASAP. We got a one mic drop video that we just put out about a week and a half ago, Full Run That Cash Show. We are already at damn near 250,000 views on YouTube. So everybody eating it up. So we're gonna go ahead and do the official video too. So
one thing I can say with the first song I heard, your engineer, they don't have to worry about them sound effects because you got them in the music. Look, you close your eyes, you got the visual, you got everything already in that joint, man. You got the bodies dropping, the gunshots, the car, the Hellcats burning.
Yo, it's funny. It's funny you say that because when I went in and putting that together with the engineer, and they could tell you, I specifically said I wanted to sound like I'm painting a picture where they can close their eyes and it feel like it's a movie playing in their head. So everything I'm rapping about, I want them to hear every sound effect. You know, so we spent a lot of time on that, like for that specific reason. So the fact that you caught that, you know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate that as an artist because everybody don't always catch everything. So we did it for that reason. It worked, obviously. So yeah, that's what's up. All right.
Hey, I'm just to let you know, man, for one engineer, man, hey, that's what I'm going to school for right now, man. So I'm trying to do production. I'm also an AI producer. So, hey, man, what's your opinion on AI music anyway, since we got you on the call?
Thank you for asking, Big Red, because you know that's where I was going with your ass. DJ Big Red is our representative. We call him Suno Mars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit, as a writer, you know what I'm saying? I can only respect it so much, you know, because I know what it takes. You know, I know this shit come from me. You know what I'm saying? No programming or nothing. So, but then I just feel like that record that old boy got out, Phoenix,
Phoenix flexing,
the shit jam. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it ain't for me, but I can appreciate just good music, and I like that song. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want to make my music that way because I feel like I'm cheating. I wouldn't know how hard I really am. You know what I'm saying? What y'all hearing, y'all are hearing me. Ain't no writers and nothing like that. Like y'all is hearing, you know, Spark Dawg the Hood Dennis. So, you know, it ain't for me, but I can appreciate it though. For sure.
That's what's up, man. Hey, keep doing your thing, King, man. Keep doing your thing. Hey, man, I salute you, baby. Keep working.
Nah, for sure. Thank you. Get the album too, man. Make sure you get the album, man.
Make
sure you get the album.
Definitely we'll get the music and push the music for you on Dallas end.
Let's get it.
So Spark, before we go to the next question, I wanted to ask you: are you running direct to consumer?
As far as the album?
Yeah.
It's going through a distributor that Drum had set up for the project.
Okay.
So if he on the call, I'll let him explain all that.
Yeah. No. I was just curious because I mean, you know, DSPs is one thing, you know what I mean, but like, just asking, you know what I mean, because you know, artists don't get their fair cut when it comes to some of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So just curious, like I said, if the talks have come about, because there's so many different platforms now for the direct to consumer where, you know, it's one thing we go listen to the album, it's another thing that we can actually go buy that. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
Yeah. Most definitely. So shouts to Drum though. And like I said, I know Drum been chiming in on the chat or whatever. So much respect to DJ Care Bear coming up out of Memphis. What up?
Yo, what's good with you, my guy?
What's up, man? What's up with it?
Man,
much respect.
Much respect to you. I want to shout out to a couple of folks real quick. Holly Grove, you know what I'm talking about. I want to shout it out to Drum, and then I want to shout it out to Mr. Lee. You know what I'm talking about?
I have a question.
I want to shout y'all out because they know what I know. A lot of these guys, I came up with them. I want to be long, but I'm going to give you history and / talk to you because you already mentioned a couple of folks. You said Scarface. Then you said DSR. I know who that is. You know, everybody don't know who that is. So coming out of Texas, small town, everything about you that everybody said from red on down. I mean, you got an old soul. And it shows in your music and it shows in your demeanor while we're listening to you during this call. You know what I'm talking about? So I just want to give y'all the respect, give you your flowers now. And shout out to Drum again. That's my little brother right there. RIP, long live to Wayne, man, Insane Wayne. So you already know all of that. But what I want to say to you, since everybody asks all the key questions, the AI questions, what's next? Okay, what I want to say to you is, what made you not be so, what's the word I'm looking for? Hype. Instead of being hype, it's like you went on and was patient and traveled. So what made you able to be patient? I guess that would be the right question. What made you patient?
Shit, man. Just it's like I always knew about the story about the turtle and the hare. You know
The
what I'm
hair.
saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know, the turtle ended up winning the race. You feel me?
I
And
respect that. I respect that. Well, look, I know you got a lot of folk, and I know you getting ready to drop the album. Make sure, Drum, I know you hear me. I need that album, Drum. I'm gonna give you my email and the DM, but I need that motherfucker. And little bruh, I just want to say to you, like, what inspired you? That was one thing I haven't heard. What inspired you? And that's my last question.
man, I just remember when I was a little kid, I can't tell you the year, but I saw a documentary by Jay-Z and Rockefeller, and it was called Backstage. I don't know if any of
Wow.
y'all ever seen it, but it just showed like the lifestyle of them being on this big ass tour. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like a Def Jam tour or a Rockefeller tour, and it just showed like, you know, everything that came with the shit, from preparing for the
Right.
shows, from rehearsal to how it go down on the tour bus to, you know, how the rappers is kicking it backstage, and, you know, how motherfuckers getting into it, and you'll never know if he wasn't there, and, you know, and they still
You
got the
never
show
know.
must go on. Yeah, so to see that documentary, I was like, yo, that's like the illest life ever. Like, that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I want to live my life. And shit,
I
God willing,
respect it.
you know, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? On the call with Digiwaxx, so it's going up. And I've been familiar with Digiwaxx for a long time. I
Wow.
had a friend, that used to try to help push my music and shit like that. That was down with y'all. His name was Ken. I think he went by Cashman. I don't know if y'all remember him or not, but that's the first person who ever introduced me to what Digiwaxx was, and that was a while ago. Yeah, so
I
shout out to
respect
him.
that. Well, look, man, I ain't gonna hold you, but one last thing, I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice on my end. I feel like that. I feel like today's music industry, because you know the industry changed from 20 years ago. You don't look but 20, my nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But 20 years ago, the industry changed. So in my book, I feel like DJs is the new A&Rs, and I'm a defend it by not just saying it. We rock the crowd, we rock the clubs, we do the day parties, we do the weddings. You know, they're not Bluetooth. They're allowing the DJ. They calling the DJs. And with that being said, I feel like we the new A&Rs. Majors are taking the back seat, and like you said, you've been working independent all along, so you already see it. It's the DJs. You feel me? As your A&Rs. And
so
that's all I want to say. Salute to you, big bro. I mean, little bro, because you got, like they say, you got a young man, but you got an old soul. And I think that's what's going to make you go further, in my opinion.
thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. I want to make sure that you definitely talk with my man as you talk about Digiwaxx, CEO, kicked this thing off some 26 years ago, my brother CL out of New York. You know what I mean? Responsible for this whole thing. So, what up, C? Let him know. You on mute, bro? You on mute?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, shout out to Spark Dawg, man. Nothing but respect. First of all, the first record, man, was super barred up. You know, everybody was just like, "Yo, he's spitting punchline after punchline," which is dope. But definitely want to give you your props, not just on the music, but also on the entrepreneurship. You know, just to be able to find a lane with grills and then turn that into something. I really got to give you credit for that because
Yeah,
most people think linear. You know, here you are
yeah.
thinking with multi, which is awesome, man, which is like crazy. So, I wanted to ask more about that. Is that something that you're still doing? And have you thought about expanding it actually into real dental work or maybe franchising what you do into dental work? Not that you got to become a dentist, but hiring the people under you to do special grills and all of that at your space.
Well, all right, first of all, I always tell people when we talk about the grills and that dental word come up, like, I'm not a dentist, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm a jeweler. So I don't want to like confuse the two because it's a lot of legal shit that come with dental work. You know what I'm saying? I just happen to be a jeweler who's not gonna turn you down for a grill because you ain't got all your teeth in your mouth, and I'm gonna make it look like you got all your teeth in your mouth whether you do or not. You know what I'm saying? The Hood Dentist, it's a cool ass name that I had to trademark for my business. You know what I'm saying? And it was just some fly shit that just took off. I don't know if anybody on here is familiar with my TikTok page, but I got millions of views on there, hundreds of thousands of followers, like just off of Hood Dentist shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's huge, man, and it changed. It changes. TikTok changed the trajectory of my business probably like about 6 years ago when I first started posting about being a hood dentist on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So uh, it, I'm still doing that for sure as well. But that's how was able to fund my career before I got with Drum. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was able to move around and turn up in all these different markets. You know, Texas is big as hell. So I'm in Dallas one weekend, I'm in San Antonio one weekend, I'm in Austin the next, I'm in Houston the next. You know what I'm saying? So all that shit costs money. And I knew I didn't want to wake up ready to clock in at some 9 to 5 that I hate going to. I knew I wanted to work for myself. I know I'm smart enough to do it. So yeah, it's been going up. Yeah, that ain't gonna stop.
Nah, respect on it, man. I think that when you find a lane and you find something unique, you know, that's the advantage of being I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's like that ingenuity is official, and it goes with the music because even the bars and the way you rhyme and what you're putting together, I really like what you got going on, and just want to give you props on that because we don't see people. I mean, we do see people every day, but not all of them can actually organize it and see it through. Ideas come quick, but it's the actual follow through, the act, you know, to manifest it is another level. So I just want to give you props on that. I want to shout out to Ty St. Louis for actually setting it up. And of course, shout out to Drumma, man. Drumma that's my man right there. For real, man. He has been doing this from the heart for a long time. And he ain't about he's about the music. I've been through his crib years ago.
Yeah.
I've been there. And he's
blacked up,
holding it
blacked
down.
up.
Yeah, the music, beats, music. Memphis, you know, I think last time he was on, he was talking about his family and how deep he goes back in Memphis, with, you know, his mom, his grandparents, his mom knowing, you know, artists that was signed to Stax Records and having that whole energy, you know, Isaac Hayes being in the house, like, you know, we got a lot going on in New York, but Isaac Hayes, you know, he came through here. He's coming through in a limo. You know, that's Black Moses, and you know he's walking on air out here. So he's been tied to it, and I'm just happy y'all linked up and that y'all got the project. We will get we got the whole project. Shout out to Ty for that. So we'll make sure that we get all of that out to everybody. But just keep doing it, man, and keep You know, you're grinding, and right now is a good time. I think InvestFest. If you can get a booth out there for your business, I think that'd be a good community to tap into with your grills and that whole hood dentist stuff. Like InvestFest is going to bring a good amount of people that probably don't know who you are, that are more business minded on that side, that you'll be able to bridge some dope partnerships with around your brand. So that's coming to Atlanta. So tap into that as well.
Most definitely. I appreciate that.
Yeah, salute, goddamn Digiwaxx, man. Drumma Boy on this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Drumma, man. Drumma, man. He's true to this, man. Not new to this. Good to see you, my man. You already know.
Hey, man, listen, man. R.I.P. Bigger Ranking.
Yes.
R.I.P. Insane Wayne. R.I.P. Young Dolph. R.I.P. Gangsta Boo. R.I.P. Alley Boy. R.I.P. Trouble. R.I.P. Take Keith. R.I.P. Beat King. Nigga, we talking about Texas. Nigga, these are my brothers. These are niggas that I came up with. Like, nigga, it's like you started with a army of niggas and you lost some pawns, you lost some rooks, you lost some knights. You know what I mean? You lost some kings.
There's a piece watch.
You know what I mean? So this industry is interesting as a motherfucker, bro. A lot of y'all, you know, DJs, you know, Digiwaxx, y'all been around for a minute. Y'all niggas is 30, Some of y'all 40 years in the game. Much respect to Digiwaxx, the legacy that y'all have held, the tenure that y'all have held in the genre of hip hop. And you know, we respect it, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all knew Spark before me when he was signed to motherfucking Scarface. You know what I mean? And just being a nigga of completion and being able to take a nigga that's artist development and trying to figure out the new next self. Doja, it took her 5 years. It took Spark 6. But we here, y'all in full support. This our first project. It's really like a mixtape in my eyes. This an album in his eyes. Whatever y'all want to call it, you got the project. Let's run this shit up, main cleans, whatever drops y'all need. And listen, anything Drum Squad, bro, if that shit don't come through me, that shit ain't official. CL, you got my number.
Yes.
Holly Grove, you got my number. Motherfucking all of the coalitions and this and that. Like, listen, if it don't come through me, it ain't official, bro. I don't give a fuck what you heard. Fuck all the bullshit. We moving different. We got different access to certain things that y'all need. If y'all need it, holla at me. Holla at Ty St. Boogie. Holla at CL. CL, you got the whole project. So any songs that y'all need, woo, man, clean on the project, you got it. And man, let's get it, bro. I got Drumma Boy friends on the way. I got TK and Kravis on the way. I got 24 hours on the way. I got K Dog on the way. Drum Squad, Spark Dawg, obviously the Hood Dennis out right now. I got A Ball and MJG. We did a record called It's Your Birthday. Out right now, first single. Y'all need that, main and clean. We can get back on with Push DJs. We can get back on with Ball and G. We definitely, you know, y'all the OGs, so I know that's a project y'all gonna support. The name of the album is called Ike and Barry. Ball on his motherfucking Barry White shit. That boy MJG quick to smack a bitch. Ike Turner vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a special project we excited about. And obviously the Hood Dennis, another project I'm excited about. Drumma Boy and Friends. This is my first DJ Khaled project. So just to give y'all a little bit, you know, we got a couple situations on the table. I ain't trying to say too much. I've really been fighting it, and it hurt my heart for me not to be a part of Too Short and Music Monday with the Coalition DJs, which is another DJ coalition. But my next single is with Too Short and Eric Bellinger. And because my deal might not close until next week, I had to be calm and sit back and just let Too Short do his thing without me taking the stage. That shit hurt. But everybody like, just hold tight. We got a song, Too Short, Eric Bellinger, releasing soon. So I want to get y'all that shit. I'm gonna be announcing a new situation very soon. Video already in the pipeline. Another record with ZHD. Another record with Murray, T-Rail, Derez Deshawn. We got another record with T.I. Ty Dolla Sign, Wiz Khalif. We got another record with Ro James. I got Tink, Shauna, Twister on the record. Like, we going in. Drumma Boy and Friends is like my first DJ Khaled. A whole lot of collabs and that shit that y'all want. So, you know, that's on the way. Ike and Barry's on the way. Welcome to My City Volume 5 is on the way. Project Pat. I got a lot of new everything. So I'm amped, man. TK Kravitz, 24 hours, Looney, my nigga from Americas. Everybody know about John Wick and what happened with John Wick, but the nigga from Americas is really Looney.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just FYI, we dropped a record called Country Grammar. That's on the way. Dime Piece, we just did a record, Beauty and the Beats podcast. Dime Piece, we got a podcast called Beauty and the Beats. She dropping a record with Trina. We got some new music with that whole situation going on. So, man, we all over the place. Birth of Trap Music, the documentary I'm doing with T.I. We just got the Jeezy interview, Lake Show, DJ Drama, man. We working on everything, just closing that bitch out with probably 85%. That's going Netflix. But we telling the whole story on the sub-genre of hip-hop. trap music.
You know what? I'm coming to Atlanta, man. I'm coming down there. There's just too much shit going on. I'm coming down, man.
I gotta fill the voids, man. It ain't no Puffs out here. It ain't no Kevin Lyles out here. It ain't no Suge Knights out here. It ain't no
man. We gotta come down, man.
L.A. Reid's. It ain't no baby faces. Nigga, who else gonna take over?
Nah, it's all good. We gotta come down. Shout out to our Eric B in the building. We see you. Shout out to Peter Guns. You know what I mean? A lot of love in the building and whatnot. But I just gotta say, no, man, you've been doing your thing and you're so active. You're pushing the culture, you're creating for the culture. Keep on going. We got your back. We need all that 8-ball MJG joint. We need everything.
Yeah.
We need everything.
Sure that manager everybody gonna go crazy.
Yeah, man. Send me the email, goddamn. If it's the same email, I already got it. But just make sure you send me a text CL. Make sure I got the right email. I'll send you the Ball and G. I'll send you Drumma Boy and Friends. The record with me, Too Short, and Eric Bellinger's called Have You Seen Her? Tell me, have you seen her? Have you seen her? We brought that back.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, video in the hole. TMZ got hella goddamn shit they sitting on ready to roll out. So bro, we're loaded, man. Like when I say I loaded the ammunition, I got cannons, AKs, Dracos, 9s, 45s. We got shotguns, nigga. We got rocket launchers, nigga. Whatever the fuck y'all niggas can imagine you want. Some of y'all niggas want to sit back and snipe, nigga. We got everything. You know what I mean? It's unlimited ammo in this motherfucking clip, man. And we ready to let this shit go. And most importantly, we got the relationships with the DJs. Y'all know how we rock. I don't play. I'd rather be quiet and sit back and chill and come to y'all with real shit when I got it every 3-4 years than be in your face every year talking about play this, play that, da 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 da. So you know what's up when I come. Everything mixed and mastered, clean, dirty, TV, acapella, whatever drops niggas need. This is my first motherfucking DJ Khaled budget, man. Drumma Boy and Friends, that shit on the way. Spark Dawg, we doing this shit independent. These niggas can't fuck with us, bro. Niggas, upcoming, who? Everybody like, who? Who's that? Who? Unfamiliar artists, and we already 100 motherfucking thousand streams in just on Spotify. This ain't even the Apple Music, the Pandora, SoundCloud, motherfucking Audio Mac, none of this other shit. You know what I mean? And we up. You know what I mean? And this is before we really tapped in with the DJs, bro. You know what I mean? Just because of his relationship with TikTok, relationship with the community, relationship with the 40 and up, as well as the 20 and below. It's a no-lose situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever situation or city that we come to, whatever pop-ups, whatever activations, meet and greets, hostings, freestyles, battles, y'all want to do a pop-up grill, molding, that's where the money is at. And we got them opening up slots for artists to be able to goddamn perform, or producers to be able to play music for me in certain cities. So it's multiple revenues in anywhere that we come. You know what I'm saying? They automatically booking him, they booking us, or just want to tap in when we in these cities. So let's figure this shit out, bro. You know what I mean? And then when I make the announcement and holler back at y'all, you know, we coming with budget. This shit ain't no, hey, I need you two type of situation. Like what y'all need, all right, bet. Execute. And we knocking that shit out. We ain't asking for shit, bro. This next phase that we finna run, we not asking for a motherfucking thing free. So let's put this shit together so everybody can eat. You know what I mean? And show in real time that we still need DJs. Cause I can only tell the world, hey, this how I'm doing it with DJs. We gotta show these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all families gotta eat for the people to really goddamn be like, damn, dog. This nigga got 40, 50, 60-year-old up. Regardless where you was at in DJing, everybody still eating. And that's why we gotta show it. We can't talk about this shit. We gotta showcase that shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody on this motherfucking call making a bankroll. Man, let me bring a sponsorship to the table for Digiwaxx and this and that. That's where we at right now, CL. You know me. You know how much y'all done supported me and we done supported each other and this and that. Like, where are we getting to the next level? We're not gonna stay stagnant.
I love it. I love it, man. And we're gonna do all of that and more. So let's get it. Again, we got this flavor in the building, man. And yeah, man, thank y'all for pulling up for show. Cause it's just starting, bro. And I appreciate you pulling up because you always been a part, you always been down, you always been supportive. This is going on more than 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And as an artist or as a producer, but now we on this executive shit, nigga, making shit happen. We putting the money up, we putting the plans together, we getting the marketing strategies. Woo. I've done this shit with a lot of practice. Y'all been here, y'all know me. I done came to y'all with a lot of different artists. I brought y'all Young Blue. Look where he went. I brought y'all Young Dolph. Look where he went. I brought y'all Moneybagg Yo. You know what I mean? I brought you artists that you didn't know where the fuck this shit was gonna go at the time I brought it to you. And then you sit back and be like, damn, dog, drum. Okay, why not do that shit for myself, my nigga? I done did this shit for all the rest of these niggas, my nigga. Like, hey, I gotta do this shit for myself. Drum Squad Records, nigga, how many number ones we got? How many fucking gold plaques we got over here? I've been doing this shit for how long? But it was a production company that has evolved into a label, that has evolved into a Noontime, or you know what I mean? So now we got executives on board. We got our Chris Hicks, we got our Squeaks, we got our Jazzy Phase and this and that. We got our Digiwaxx and you know all of the different coalitions and shit that's fucking with a nigga, man. Between y'all and coalition and a few others, I always love my DJs. So I'ma always support my coalitions. I'ma uplift my DJs. We're gonna do the calls, we're gonna do the drops, we're gonna give y'all what y'all need, because I know how much work y'all put in this shit. These niggas think that they can just blow up off of TikTok, which some can, but you still need the DJ. You need all angles, even if the percentage of the pie is decreasing. You know what I mean? Might have been 50% DJ, 50% street work. Now it's like 30. Like you gotta go social media, you gotta still be in the streets, but you still need the relationship with the DJs. So even if the percentage ain't as dominant, we still gotta support and uplift. And I know where I feel like I'm at home when I come through Live, or I come through Detroit or Oakland or Atlanta or cities that I might not know nobody, and the motherfucking Digiwaxx is there to support. CL, like, hey, yo, go to this club. Hey, yo, go to this club. Even if we in town on promo, doing some promo, and we not even booked.
Yeah.
CL, I done hit you like, yo, where I need to go, who I need to holler at in the, woo, we out here in the Carolinas, yo, we out here in Florida, yo, we out here in Texas, woo, I need to tap into. You know what I mean? Those are the moments where we got to showcase, and even if we're streaming, or even if we're capturing content, we're showing how we tap in with these DJs on camera and showing that support of how y'all got us and throw these alley-oops. We got to put that on the streaming. We got to turn these coalitions into streaming platforms. Let me really vibe with y'all. Let's get that money. And now all of these artists that y'all supporting and playing them and this and that, the same thing AB and Dean the Great and all of these motherfuckers is doing, the streaming universities. They need DJs at the streaming universities. Why the fuck is Digiwaxx and CL and why are we not at the streaming universities? Why are we not DJing and that's what we gotta do. We gotta evolve. I need the Digiwaxx podcast.
We're gonna build it with Eric B, who's here.
And I'm coming on that motherfucker. All of these conference calls that y'all doing, y'all turn these conference calls into motherfucking Digiwaxx podcasts. Y'all turn this shit into Digiwaxx live streaming. Come on, man.
Nah, but hey, listen, you spitting the gospel, man. We here. I'm in the Congress. I'm in the congregation.
Let's evolve, man. Y'all pushing me. I gotta push y'all back, nigga.
Yeah, let's
we
go.
gotta get this money, nigga. They trying to couch y'all out, nigga. We gotta stay relevant around this motherfucker, nigga. Fuck you, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's a rarity. That shit's a rarity. So much blessings, much love to you, Drum, because
Look at my
that's
boy
always been a
Steph.
thing.
Come on, man.
The artist DJ disconnect. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
nigga,
fuck with it.
nigga look better than Ebro, man. He look better than Ebro with that shit, man. Look at that background. Look at that setup, man. Paul Rosenberg and Ebro ain't got shit on my man. Man, we gotta put these
Oh,
podcasts
that's my bite.
together,
That's my
baby.
bite for the day right there.
Yeah, man, we gotta put these podcasts together, nigga. I'm gonna vouch and talking this shit. Y'all gonna remember where this shit came from and be like, hey, Drum told us, and nigga, now look at where we at. Podcast Digiwaxx, nigga. Fuck you, man.
Yeah. Fuck with it. Well, Drum, listen, thank you for coming on, man. We got to move on because we got another legend on with us, Mr. Eric B. Y'all is welcome to stay on.
Salute Eric B, man. Salute the legends. We up out of here, man. Drumma Boy, Chris, Spark
Spark.
Yeah, boy.
We want to thank you for coming on, Spark. Like I said, just mad love and respect to you on the grind. The Hood Dennis thing, I think that is super ill. I think you can sky's the limit with that branding shit right there, man. I think that'll go. Yeah. You got that for life. You got that for life because grills ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So being able to incorporate that with the music, whatever. But before we move on, I just want to let everybody know again, The Hood Dennis is the name of the album. Make sure y'all go check it out. Go buy it if you have the opportunity beyond just streaming it. Before we go, man, pick the last joint we're gonna listen to as we say goodbye.
Oh shit. I got a joint with Roscoe Dash called Hurt They Feelings. I got an R&B joint called Genie. Both of them go. I mean, really,
do the Genie. They gonna listen to the Roscoe.
Let's go Genie then. Let's go Genie.
It is.
Thing for the female.
Let's go Genie, man. Let's go Genie.
Yeah. All right, here we go, y'all. Again, Spark. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, Drum. Like I said, feel free to hang out if y'all can. We got another legend in the building. But check this one out, y'all. Genie R&B flavor. Peep gang.
I want your body on repeat. Gave me that body on repeat. Is you tryna pull up in Bentley? Is you tryna fuck in the Indies? I love how you want but don't need me. Still do what I want like a genie. She topping me down like a drop top. That pussy too good for a weakling. I love when she coming to see me. I met her in traffic on Peachtree. She got a peach making peach tea. Let's make a movie, this scene 3. I want your body on repeat. Gave me that body on repeat. How in the world could it be free? Lil' baby, your box need a big feet. Is you tryna pull up in Bentley? Is you tryna fuck in the Indies? I put your schedule on busy. Fill up your heart from an end.
That booty poke out like it's 3D. Them titties got 400 cc's. That pussy wet like a squeegee. Got a face that was made just for TV. I'm trying to keep this shit PG. Plus keep this shit player for cheesy. I wake up, she sucking this wee-wee. This D-I-C-K ain't no pee-wee. When I'm finna bust, she like feed me. Then swallow it all like she greedy. She stay on that head like a beanie. Eat it up like a Philly, no beanie. I be like, baby, don't tease me. And promise you never gon' leave me. All she wanna do is just please me. Her kiss is sweeter than peach tea. She's such a lady in these streets, but nasty for me like a freak. When I slide inside her, I'm knee-deep. We make love to this song here on repeat. I dance in that kitty like breezy. Her MJ moonwalking like hee-hee. I try to pull out, she like breed me. But my pull-out game is on fleek. I swear her body's so dreamy. After 2 rounds, I'm a beastly. We spoon and she back it up beat. Them booty cheeks all on my meat. She know when she wants, she can reach me. I'm one call away if she need me. Any man disrespect gotta see me. I spin a block like a CD.
I love how you want but don't need me. Still do what I want like a genie. She topping me down like a drop top. That pussy too good for a weakling. I love when she coming to see me. I met her in traffic on Peachtree. She got a peach making peach tea. Let's make a movie, this scene 3. I want your body on repeat. Gave me that body on repeat. How in the world could it be free? Lil' baby, your box need a big feet. Is you tryna pull up in Bentley? Is you tryna fuck in the Indies? I put your schedule on busy. Fill up your heart from an empty. There's a meeting in my day.
One time again, Spark Dawg, man. Appreciate you, young man. Good shit. Good shit. Coming out of Texas out there in the ATL now, man. Again, the Hood Dentist is the neighbor album. Again, we thank y'all for coming on, spending some time with us. Again, if you able to hang on, we got another legend in the building, man. Big salute to DJ this time around, man. You talk decades upon decades, man. Salute the legend, Mr. Eric B, man. Mr. Eric B. How we living, man? Thank you for your patience, bro. Thank you for your patience. I think you muted yourself back on, bro. We could see you.
Hello?
Can't hear you. There we go. There we go. There we go.
How
Got it
about
rolling
now?
in. There we go. Yeah. For sure. There we go. Yeah. Now you're back on mute. Now you're back on mute. Now you're not. Whatever you pushed, keep it right there. And now I don't know if we lost him. He might be trying to reset or whatever. All right. Well, Eric B will be joining us shortly.
That's a glitch that's been happening when they hit the unmute button to take them off video. When they go on video, they put them back on mute. It was a glitch I noticed yesterday.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if he chimes back in one more time. Again, big ups. Here we go. Yeah, he back in the room. We'll see if we get it right. See, you on mute too. See, even though your thing says not.
Oh shoot, I don't know what's going on. It's crazy.
There you go.
Shout out to Bumpy Knuckles, another legend in the building as well. I seen Peter Guns earlier, and of course the one and only Eric B in the building. So yeah, let's get this thing going. It is all love and all about the music, man. And shout out to Drumma Boy,
yes sir,
Spark Dawg earlier. You know what I mean? So Eric, you there?
Yes sir.
All right, how you feeling, my brother?
I'm good, man. I love Drumma Boy's energy, man. That's what we need, man. He remind me of LL's DJ from California, Bobcat.
Shout out
he
to
got
Bobcat.
the same energy, man. I love it. I
No
love
doubt.
it, man. I love it. And then I listened to the last gentleman's record. It reminded me of Albie Shaw had a record like that at the end. He says, I want to make, he said, I want you to spend a night in my bedroom in the projects.
Before we get going, because we got a lot to talk about, we got to talk music with you, boy, because you got.
Let's get it.
Woo! Can you do us a favor and turn your camera to the side just so we can get the proper view for our YouTube? And there you go. That's what we want to see. This beautiful skyline. Where you at, man? You like you in Jamaica or something?
Shoot, man, I'm in the house.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. That's what's up. First of all, welcome to New Music Wednesdays, man. Just it's an honor to have you here.
Honored to be here.
You have accomplished a lot. You know, I mean, too much to the culture. And I know, like, you know, we're a call where a lot of us know you. There may be some who don't. I do want to tap in a little bit about your beginnings in music, just for those who may have forgot or not even known. But just talk to us about your origin story and how you originally found your way to music and being a DJ and sort of getting in the game back when you started.
Yeah, first I'm gonna shout out my brothers, my backup team. Peter Guns is on. Pete, what's happening? My brother for 100 years, Bumpy Knuckles is on. So I got my whole backup team with me. Just want to say what's happening to all of them. And you know, let's go back to the beginning. When I first started out in music, I was a DJ. I used to carry equipment. We used to be called the EC. So in 1985, 84, 83, I was carrying equipment for a group called King Charles. We played music in the park, 127 Park in East Elmhurst, Queens, New York. So, you know, that's how I first started out. So it was a guy named DJ Vern was the DJ. So I learned how to hook up all the equipment and stuff. And one day Vern said to me, he said, yo, Eric, go throw on the next record. Now the park is packed. And he's like, Eric, go throw on the next record. I'm like, I'm not throwing on the next record. He was like, hey, you a DJ. You know what you're doing. I was like, yo, Vern, are you serious? I said, Vern, what record should I play? He said, E, you a DJ. Why you asking me that? Just go throw it on the next record. I got up there. I never forget. I threw on. I said, dun, 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 Disco Airline. Vernon said, "Yo, E, I didn't tell you to play that record." And Vern, we laugh about that right now. And that was my first start. Then I got a job. I started working at WBLS as the street DJ. I was on the first ever street team. We had a BLS van. We had the jackets. We used to go from town to town, throughout New York City and, the tri-state area, Long Island, Staten Island, going out around DJing, giving out buttons, giving out posters of the radio station, WBLS.
Wow. And for context, what years were these when you first played that first record? Roughly, do you remember that? And then,
In the 80s, like 81,
Wow.
1981, around there.
Nah, awesome, man. That's dope. And I never knew that. And that's how it goes, man. Shout out to Elmhurst, shout out to Corona, shout out to whole Queens, and how that all went down. So moving forward, obviously, you sparked a dope relationship with Marley, as well as Rakim. Do you remember that first time you met Marley? And if so, what was that story like?
No, Marley was a local engineer. Marley wasn't a DJ; he was an engineer. So, I went around. I knew Marley's sisters, and he was around, doing stuff in Queensbridge, and he was like an engineer. So that's how I know Marley. Then we all started hanging with Mr. Magic because I was at BLS on the street team, but Magic was on the radio side. So we all started hanging out. Even rest in peace to Fly Tie. Fly Tie was on the AM side. Was on the AM side of the radio station. Magic was on the FM side. And, we all came together and used to hang out every day.
Fly, dope. So much has happened, man, in between all of that, man. You've seen, I guess, 50 years of music, over 50 years of music and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the story with that, man? What could you say about yesterday versus today, positive or negative?
No, you know what? I'm not a negative person. I'm gonna bring positivity to this conversation, man. I want to say shout out to everybody that's on this call that took time out, just to listen to what we're saying. At the end of the day, I keep telling people I'm not an old school hater. Let these young boys rock. This is what they love. This is what they love to do, and I love to see them do it. When I came up, my mother used to tell me, "Oh, you're going to do boopty boopty boop music. A loaf of bread's going to be $1. How are you going to feed your family doing this music?" And never forget, we headlined Madison Square Garden in New York City. And my mother, I bought her a mink coat down to the floor. We had her mic'd up. So I'm standing on the side. We had the spotlight on my mother. And I said, "Mom, how do you feel about boopty boopty boop music right now?" She said, "Go ahead, baby, put on the next record." 22,000 people started screaming and laughing, because at the end of the day, my mother didn't believe in this. My mother's an educator. My mother has 5 master's degrees and an license. She wanted me to go to school, you know what I'm saying? And she's from Mississippi, and that's all that they were taught: school, school, school. Then you come out of nowhere talking about you want to be a DJ and play records. She was like, "Nah, this ain't gonna work out too good."
Wow, that's crazy, man. Shout out to that for sure. I want to talk about where you are today as a musician, a producer, executive, and the new project, and what gave you the inspiration to sort of say, "Go ahead."
You know what? I have it's like I've always had a business sense. Everything with me, first and foremost, is business. We have a management company, Bumpy Knuckles is on our production team. Peter Guns is one of the guys. Peter Guns got 2 records that are flamethrowers that are coming back to back. He got Run. We have another girl called the Boss Lady. We have some big records in our management team. So I've always done business. That's been my first and foremost thing. And I laugh when people say, "Oh, Jay-Z and Biggie and them, they started jewelry and Rolls Royces." I was like, "That's not true." I said, I had a Rolls Royce, was my first car I ever owned in 1986. Bumpy Knuckles is on the phone. He could tell you that. My first car I've ever owned. I never had a hoopty. I never had nothing else. My first car I've ever bought with my money was a Rolls Royce. My second car I bought was a Rolls Royce. My third car was a Rolls Royce. My fourth was a Jaguar. Then I bought the Range Rover. So we started, jewelry and cars in 1986, and it's pretty funny how everybody forgets those 10 years. They wait till 10 years later and say Jay-Z and them. And Jay-Z and them didn't have Rolls Royces and stuff back then. And that's not to disrespect them in any kind of way. It's putting things in its proper perspective, and nobody tells the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's not in no because I'm a Jay-Z fanatic. Jay-Z, I love everything that he does. And in no kind of way, I don't want anybody to say, feel that I'm trying to hate on him, but I'm just telling you what it is. The truth is the truth, and it'll never change.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like there are aspects of the art that you don't get enough credit for? In addition to that?
No, CL, let me tell you something. I really don't care. I didn't get in this business to be a star. I got in this business to get out of the streets. So say my name, you don't say my name. One thing you can't do, CL, is call me late for the bank. That's it. I'm not in this business to be a star. You could walk right past me and don't acknowledge me. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? So, when people don't talk about us and we laugh about it all the time, it doesn't bother me at all, CL. I don't have I don't have a hang up. I'm not, oh, I'm Eric B and y'all should you don't have to recognize me. Yo, CL, I'm gonna go sit in the corner and cool out and be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's not, I didn't get into this business to be a star. I got in this business to do business. I got in this business to get out of the streets of New York.
No, absolutely, man. And I gotta say, I got a chance to just kick it with you one time after Love Bucks Darcy's funeral, and your energy was the same. It was positive, and I'm just happy. Shout to Nav for sending me the new music, and surprising me with what was going on, and that's why I really wanted to have you on the call, because I was like, it's about time to talk about the future of music and what you like, what you see for it, and where you think it's gonna go. And again, why this new song, this new single, this new direction? What gave you the inspiration to say, let me do this?
I went to the EDC, the EDM festival. I was invited, and I've been going to seeing all this EDM. So I was like, man, this is great. You got 100,000 people show up, 200,000 show up here. The EDC probably has 700,000 people that come throughout the 3 days. And I'm like, yo, music is music. You know what I'm saying? And I love music. I don't care. Anybody that rides with me in a car knows either two things going to happen. I'm not going to play nothing in the car. I'm just going to turn the dial. You know what I'm saying? And a hit record is a hit record and cure and remedy for everything. And I just love music. So I started listening to EDM and got locked in with it. I was like, man, this is great. Like, I love the bass. I love the drops. I love everything about it. And that's how we actually started playing music in the park. We played all the bass and the highs and all of that stuff. It's the same thing. But it's like, at the end of the day, I love to do stuff that people say that I can't do. People told me, I couldn't make music. We'd never go anywhere. And I want to see, I want to share a quick story about Rakim's mother. May God be pleased with her. I used to come in the house, and I used to come to her house, and I say, Miss Griffin, we're going to be stars. We're going to travel the world. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And she used to go, yeah, yeah, yeah. So she used to cook for us. And she used to call me. She said, boy, just come in here, get in here and eat. And one day, Rakim's mother said, hey, Eric B. And I looked at her, and I said, Miss Griffin, why all of a sudden you start calling me Eric B? She said the things that you've told me, the things that you've said to me, now I see them, because we were traveling the world, we were making a bunch of money. And she said, respect is earned, not given. And she said, you have earned my respect. And I never forget that. You know what I'm saying? Because people always tell me I can't do things, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I love proving them wrong.
Well, shoot, that's crazy. And respect on that, man. A lot of gems, man. That's one beautiful thing about having big brothers and uncles to look up to, and we could talk about it, because there's so many things that have happened to bring you to this point. And we appreciate everything that you say, every piece of knowledge you drop, because it just you guys keep us going, whether you realize that or not. You know, y'all stories, what y'all went through to get to the top, it just lets you know it could be done over and over again. And yeah, I don't want to keep talking. I want to play some music. We're gonna come back. We're
And you
gonna
got to
taste.
look out. You know who I'm really upset with. And as soon as I see him, he got to throw his hands up. Corey Guns. Corey Guns is one of the most talented guys I've ever seen in my life, but just want to apply himself. I tell his father all the time. I told him the other day. I said, Corey, next time you see me, I need a fair one. Look out for Corey Guns. Man, I love Corey, man. That kid is so talented. You know, the records he did with Lil Wayne and stuff like that, man. But he just has so much that he has not done.
Listen, he got a new joint called 99 Nines that we played last week that blew this call up. And shout out to him. He came to our New Music Wednesdays live in New York as well. He's a bard. He's just a super MC. And all he got to do is keep dropping records. It's about consistency, man.
Yeah,
It's about
that's what I
consistency
told him.
these days, man. Just
And he's
keep
humble.
doing
He's a
it.
humble kid. He's a humble
Yeah.
kid, nicest kid in the world. You know, it's a humble kid. You know what? I never thought I'd be able to say that, live that long to be old enough to say, "Hey, that's a kid over there."
Real talk. All right,
That's my guy, man.
let's play this joint. It's called "I Just Came to Party." We're on with the legendary Eric B. And check this record out. Let's go.
Produced by myself and Bumpy Knuckles.
Word. Yeah, we're back. New Music Wednesdays. You already know. Shout out to the chat, man. They going in over here. Let's see. We had techno 80s vibes. You had crazy work. You got it really makes you dance. I think Will said most definitely go in European markets. Different. Can dig through. Will spin it. Fire
No, you gotta hear
emojis.
it. You gotta hear it in the system, man. Sonically, you know, I sent it out to Bumpy Knuckles, and he picked up from the Patrick Adams School of Engineering, and he really delivered it sonically. We played. Wait till you see my stage show. That when you see my new DJ stand, I got with the video screens on it. I got the first one that ever came out of China. That thing is like 600 pounds, a big video screens all the way around my DJ stand. I got the new lasers. I got the new sparkles, the fire explosions. I think we get ready to do a residency in Vegas, but wait till you see the stage show. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. We had a rehearsal and run through the other day. I couldn't believe all the stuff that we have.
It's exciting, man.
And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. I keep telling people, when you're a DJ, you're in control of the mood of the room. You know what I'm saying? You control the mood of the room. You control everybody, how everybody's feeling in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys will come throw records on and throw on 1,000 different records. Sometime let the record breathe. We want to be able to sing. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten away from, I've been to parties and nobody dances anymore. The girls are dancing by themselves and the dudes are sitting in the corner that's just looking. I'm like, we got to get back to having a good time, man. And stop being, if you're gonna come out to party. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna come out looking like that, stay home. We got to come out and have a great time, man. Life is too short, you know what I'm saying, for people to be upset and be mad. You know what I'm saying? I don't get mad and upset about anything, man. I'm having a great time, a great life. I'm not mad at nobody. Man, let's get out and have a good time. That's what DJing is about. DJing is about changing the mood of the room, taking people out of their element and saying, you know what? You had a bad day today, but once you inside this square, I'm gonna make you have a good day. I'm gonna play records that are gonna put a smile on your face. I'm gonna change your energy. You came in here with negative energy. You're gonna leave here with positive energy because I'm gonna play some great records for you.
I mean, I love your message, but I also love the ingenuity to say, you know what, I'm gonna take myself to another level, man. We've been talking a long time. Shout out to everybody on here who's been here about how the next level for DJs is to become producers and beyond that, artists themselves. And this is the way to do it. yourself, not lose your integrity, but to also just expand your brand, man. And shout to you for that. I'm gonna start off with DJ Old School because he was commenting in the chat. Old School, you on with the legendary Eric B.
Thanks, CL. How you doing, Eric B, the legend? How you doing, man?
My brother, I'm great. And yourself? And
Privileged to
yourself?
speak to you. Yeah, I'm just digging that song. That song is like I put in the comments. It could be like Deadpool, a sync for next Deadpool movie or something. Deadpool could be shooting motherfuckers up with that beat, bro. I just like to party, boom, 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 or some shit.
I appreciate it, man.
But
I'm sure
anyway,
Bumpy Knuckles appreciates it too.
Oh yeah, Bumpy Knuckles. Yeah, shout out to Bumpy Knuckles too, man. All y'all bringing back memories because I started. I was in the military in '81. I started DJing with a partner from
Where were you? Where were you?
I was in Las Vegas. I was stationed at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, and I met this. I had a DJ crew. Oh, I lost you for a minute. Well, we had this DJ crew we formed while we was in the military. A brother from North Carolina called J Dub, and then we had another brother from Massachusetts and another brother from New York. So we were just a crew that we formed and I was from Arizona, so I was like the odd man out because I ain't from the East Coast. But now I'm here in San Antonio, but nobody's mentioned, when we first came out, like when we was in the Air Force, like I think in '85 or was it '86? No, I think it was '85 when I first heard y'all first joined with you, Eric B and Rakim, and nobody's mentioned Rakim. Where's Rakim at? And are you gonna work with him again? And those days, I mean, that kind of beat. I mean, I know you trying to get away from that's nostalgia kind of beat, but they're still bringing that back. Mariah Carey came back with a song with that one beat. Are you thinking about reviving some of that music in the past, or are you just moving on with and going in a different direction?
No, man. Henceforth, once was once old is now new again. I mean, we're gonna do whatever feels good, man. And one thing we do is just have a great time, man. A lot of people, like I say, have a lot of hangups. We don't have no hangups. We're gonna play great music, have a good time, man, and enjoy ourselves. And you asked the question, will Eric B and Rakim come back? Of course. Of course, at the right time, we're gonna do we're coming up on the 40th year to Pay the Full album. Next year, July 7th, 27 is the 40th anniversary of Paid in Full. We'll probably do a big blowout somewhere, either Madison Square Garden or probably locally the Apollo or something. So great things are always going to come from Eric B and Rakim. And like I said again, this is not about us, it's about the music.
Yeah, and I got mostly all y'all in collections, 12 inches and the Fourth and Broadway 12 inches of albums, like 3 or 4 of your albums. I couldn't keep up with all the music that y'all was doing back then. So, big ups to you for what you're doing and what you're doing for the rap community. You're underrated. I think y'all one of the greatest rap duos of all time, I thought, back in the day. And
I appreciate it.
People don't really want to agree with that because they don't go that back far enough. They don't know the history and the base of it. You need to have the basis and you need to have a foundation to build on, and that's where the foundation came from, I believe. So, that's my 2 cents on it. But anyway, thanks, Peace, for having being on the call.
All right,
my brother.
Old
And
school,
and
no
that's what I
doubt.
said. I was telling UCL the same thing. People don't go all the way back in history. Their limitations are 95, 96. So they don't know what happened in 86, 10 years before that. So a lot of people are not into the history of music. A lot of people picked up where they came in at.
Right, I agree with that. That's exactly what I'm trying to say right there. That
Yeah.
it's. Yeah.
No question about it. We're gonna go to Remo, then we're gonna go to D Skills. So Remo, go ahead, brother.
Remo the A&R Power 540, WRVA Virginia, living legend Eric B.
Virginia.
Oh, I'm originally from Harlem. This is crazy, man. I'm about to go back. First of all, I used to be on 123rd and Lenox and 5th. Used to see you coming.
That's funny. When you got to come back. I got a restaurant on 131 in Lenox called Tio's.
I used to see you all the time.
You got to come through.
Check out my melody. Felt like I was hearing that record for 3 years straight in every block party, every schoolyard, every project, period, jam. Period.
Yeah, that's the whistle. You heard the whistle. You said, "Oh shit, here we go again."
Here we go. And I'm from the era of Dapper Dan. Like you said, y'all was the first guys showing all of this stuff. Fancy cars, the jewels, paid in full was it. That was like it for everybody in the city. You see what I'm saying? Growing up at this time. It's a privilege just to even talk and give you your flowers, King, because you are him. For a New York kid, for me, this is what made me get into hip hop.
I appreciate
you
it,
are
man.
definitely what
You
made
got to
me
come
get into
back.
hip hop.
You got to come back, man. I'm gonna run for mayor next term. You got to come back and vote for me.
Oh, I still got my New York ID. I ain't never give that up. I might be in Virginia. I've been in Virginia, but I never give up my New York ID. Salute,
now
King.
I need 999 more people. Okay.
You got me. You definitely got me. For sure. Salute, King.
Let's get it. Man,
One love.
thank you for taking time out, man, my brother.
And shout out to Peter, man. I go back with him. I'm actually Bruce and Tanya's cousin. So that's 174th and Vice Avenue. Like, yeah, I'll go back. I'm like, this is crazy. I know Corey, all of them. My little cousin is Rain from the militia. 910 Rain. Randy, look there.
Wow.
I'm family. Like,
see, look, me was doing all right until you start talking about the Bronx and Peter Guns. Now, me and Pete argue about the Bronx. It's so funny. Me and Pete, every time he says something, I say, "Yo, Pete said, Eric, where you at?" I said, where the people ain't fresh. He said, "Just say you in Mecca, Eric. Just stop. Just say you in the Mecca hip." I said, "Pete, just stop with the bullshit, Pete." So Pete tells me one day, "Yo, Eric, you know Farrakhan's from the Bronx." I said, "Pete, just stop, man." We looked it up and it said Farrakhan. I said, "Yep." I said, "Never again." You can't argue. Pete is a Bronx historian.
Shout out to Pete, though, man. I was in the video.
Yeah.
I was in the video in the stadium. Yes.
Wow.
I went with my cousin Bruce and all of us. Went back. Love.
Man, that's great. That's great, man. Our brother.
No doubt. D Skills.
Yo.
Oh, D Skills, I think you're in the Matrix a little bit, my brother.
Hold on. Yo, y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound way better now.
All right. Yo, Eric B, man, salute to you, brother. Salute to you and
There it
Rakim
is.
for raising me, man. Like my father, he loves y'all music.
Where you from?
Man. Like,
where you from?
I'm from High Point, North Carolina.
Man, that's it. Believe it or not, North Carolina, Virginia, and Connecticut are the reasons why Eric B and Rakim are here.
Oh,
They went on the record right away. Yeah, they went on the record right away.
Word. But I want to give you your flowers. I want to give Rakim his flowers because I got a chance to see him on the LL tour back in 2023. Yeah, 2024. Yeah, 2023 on the Force tour. It was a good
The Rock
show.
the Bells. The Rock the Bells.
No, it was the Force tour. It was before the Rock the Bells.
Oh, okay.
It was in Charlotte.
Okay.
And I missed him like last year because I got sick that night. And I knew he was in Raleigh, so I didn't get a chance to see the God, but I really wanted to meet him and tell him like, thank you for being my teacher, man. But Eric, man, like, I just want to ask you one question, man. Like, rest in peace to Craig Mack. rest in peace to Craig Mack, man. Like he was one of the most underrated MCs ever. Like how was your relationship with Craig Mack back in the day?
No, I signed Craig Mack to after he had the record Flavor in Your Ear, I signed
Yeah.
him to Death Row East. Craig Mack
Yeah,
was
I
signed to
heard about
me,
that story.
after. But let me tell you something about Craig. Craig Mack, everybody keeps saying Biggie, 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 but Biggie wasn't really selling records then. Craig Mack was the one that was selling all the records at Bad Boy.
Right.
And I told everybody, and you said it, Craig Mack was underrated. Craig Mack was, selling all the records. Biggie was selling a little bit of records, but he really didn't sell any records until he died. Unfortunately, until he died. And
Mhm.
Craig Mack was that man over at Bad Boy. And not saying that, I tell everybody, Biggie Biggie is responsible for changing the face of hip hop. There's different genres, there's different areas. It's like before us, Melly Mel came out. Melly Mel and Grandmaster Flash. We're in the next era. Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie are in the next era. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, and all the rest of them, Drake and all of them in the next era. So, and I tell people all the time, there's no way to gauge and say who's the greatest rapper of all time. That's like in basketball, Julius Irvin with his afro was the man. So do you say that Julius Irvin, you say that LeBron James is better than Julius Irvin? You can't say that. Everything comes in errors. Everything comes in errors.
Right. It was 1-7.
Thank you, brother D. You already know. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. B Tip.
Okay, I'm trying to get my there go the camera. Thanks, CL. Shout out to everybody here, Digiwaxx. Eric B, you kind of answered my question, but you did answer. I was trying to see which three cities set it off for you and Rakim. So, what three cities are your favorite places to perform as a DJ? And when can we expect a documentary from you and Rakim, or you on the solo documentary?
I I think we have so many different things that we're doing now, and we want to add that to it. We don't want to close the door and forget the stuff that we're doing now. But to go back to your original question, North Carolina, Virginia, and Connecticut were the three places that broke us. And so what happened was everybody went home. I mean, everybody went to see their relatives. And after they got out of school, so North Carolina was banging this record. Virginia's banging this record. Connecticut's playing this record. So everybody's like, what is that y'all playing? They like, you don't know Eric B and Rakim? And so
Right.
so they took it back to New York City and was like, look what we found, in the States. I always Hampton, Virginia, used to always be our starting point where we rehearsed and before we went on world tour. And it was one of our greatest places. We had a great time there. So, to answer your question, it's probably Hampton, Virginia.
Dope. Thanks for your time, good brother.
My brother, man. Thank you.
Shout out to my man Correct. I seen him on the line representing Hampton. All right. Corey's in the building. Corey, go ahead, brother. You on mute. All right, we're gonna let you figure out the mute button and then come back to you. Just hold tight. Big Red, go ahead again, bro.
Hey, how you doing, brother Eric B? Just wanted to give you flowers and thank you for your contribution to hip hop, for being one of the
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
being a pioneer DJ in the game. One question I want to ask you is, being that you help pioneer some of the sound in the streets of hip hop, what was one of the things that, for us like is competition in hip hop? What actually, what helped what actually just drove you just say, I'm not giving up in this dream of hip hop? What really just kept you and kept you guys going to the point to where when y'all got into a low in the game to where y'all could have just said, you know what? this not it for us. But y'all just said, you know what, we gonna keep going. What was that moment like?
Well, I know we had a low in the action. Rakim's father, may God be pleased with him, he died, and I know exactly what you're talking about. We just stopped all together, stopped making music, and then I was working on Nas's album, so Nas came through to the studio, and I remember Rakim was really distraught. His father was our guy. So his father died and he wasn't coming to the studio, wasn't answering the phone, didn't feel like coming out. He stayed in the house. And one day he called me on the phone and said, E, I need to talk to you. I said, what's happening? He said, yo, E, we need to get back to our day job. And he said, yo, I'm ready. And then we just went full speed from there. So, it was Rakim losing his father, was our downtime. And he was like, man, and he just called me out of the blue and said, E, I need to talk to you. He said, yo, I'm ready, man. Let's get back to our day job.
That's what's up. I know sometimes people get into those positions to where, they figure that, I think this might be it for us. We might not, be in a position to where we want to keep going with the music, but we still have a love for it. I know it's some people that try to find that mode and get back into that beast mode. And I see now that you're dropping a new style of EDM, music, and as far as DJs goes, that's like a way of, that style of music for it fills arenas now, and I think so that's where I see where you're going with that, because there's more money in, in DJing, and the DJ like all the big time DJs are right now rocking arenas right now, even with Shaq, So was that the goal, coming in with the EDM?
Yeah, well, no, it's not even the money. It's about myself and Bumpy Knuckles and Peter Guns. Man, it's about we love music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I laugh. Peter Gunn sent me something last night. He's sitting on a porch in his house playing the guitar because we love music. It's for the love of music. It's not, it's not all the money is great. Don't get me wrong. Don't call me late to the bank. But it's first and foremost, don't stop the music. It all starts and stops with the music. And we enjoy music. We enjoy great records, no matter who does them. Like I don't care if it's the young boys, what they're doing, NBA young boy, and all of them kids like that. We love them. I tell people all the time, it might not be for you. Get the music that you want to be next to. Get the sounds that you like, but don't hate on the young boys. Let them do them. They doing them because they hated on us when we came up. Like even my own mother hated on us. Oh, how you gonna play boop boop music? That's what she used to call it. So you know what I'm saying? I understand these young boys, and you get these older guys. Oh, that record, it sound like mumble rap. I don't care what it sounds like. That's what they like. You know what I'm saying? Get the music that you like. Get the genre that you like, and embrace it. Let them young boys be young boys. Let them have a good time, man. That's on them. Like the one thing about people keep saying, "Yo, I'm not a hater." Yes, you are. You hating. Let them young boys, man, get down, man. I love it. I love to see. Let me tell you something. I went to see NBA YoungBoy. I don't know one record that he made. Not one record did he made. I went to the arena. I sat there. My man Fee is the manager. I love Fee is my guy. And I went to the show, and every record he played, he must have played about 40, 50 records. And every one of them, the crowd was screaming. And I loved it. I had a great time, man. Didn't know not one record that the kid made, but I had a great time, man. And I love the energy. I love the way he attacked the crowd and had a good time, man. It's about the music, man. That's all it's about. And the money. Let's not mix things up here.
Absolutely, absolutely. I DJ a lot of the high school and junior high
Wow.
outs for the from the Smith Media side and standpoint.
Okay.
And I get those requests for NBA YoungBoy. Like I said,
Yeah.
and they go crazy. You're right.
Yeah.
They love
Mhm.
NBA YoungBoy, absolutely. And my
Mm.
last question to you, brother, is what is your stand and your take on AI in music industry today?
It's just a new form. I mean, it's a cheat code. It's a cheat code, and it's a way to get around things, man. all our different things that we've have, all the things that we're doing, all the things that we're doing in life evolves and changes. You know what I'm saying? We had different machines. We started out with the Roland 808. You know, we evolved into other stuff that we're doing. And it's just another thing that we need to use. It's not going nowhere. AI is not going nowhere. Why not learn how to use it?
That's what's up. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for answering my questions, brother. I really appreciate you.
Nah, anytime, man. Shout out to my man Corey. I see Corey up there. He got the phone on off mute. He laying in the bed talking on the phone. Yeah, NYPD at its finest. Okay, Corey. Okay.
Yeah,
My man.
CL. I just wanted to jump on CL because Eric texted me about the Zoom. You know, he tested me to see if I was going to jump on or not. And he gonna hit me up at 2:00 in the morning and say, "Look, bro, I text you, I was on, and you ain't even jump on, but I see Corey and Bumpy
No, I know
jumped
you was
on,
gonna get on.
so I had to jump on because I don't
Yeah.
want to
I
hit."
told him it's a
But I want to let y'all know that Eric is one of the most humble stars that's out there. Like Eric could be in a restaurant, walking in the party. He's humble. He's so humble. Sometimes I'm like, yo, bro, you Eric B. And let the record straight that him and Rakim just got inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. See, he's so humble. He wasn't even telling y'all that. Y'all probably don't even know that. They just got inducted to the
but you know what,
Grammy Hall of
Corey?
Fame. Yeah.
But Corey, we got inducted to the Grammy Hall of Fame, but we don't even have a Grammy. Try that one.
I know. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. CL, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. They in the
Because the
Grammy
lady,
Hall of Fame without a
but you know what
Grammy.
the lady told me? Because they said, oh, we want you to come be in the Hall of Fame. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm coming. She was like, Eric, you don't understand. They said anybody with a keyboard could get a Grammy, but not everybody's going to be in the Grammy Hall of Fame. I was like, wow. And then let me tell you something. We went in with our class of 26 is one of the greatest class. Janet Jackson went in with us, Tupac went in with us, and Parliament went in with us. In our class of 26.
Crazy. Very humble. You know what I mean? Very humble. I'm sitting there listening. He's talking about, yeah, we know he's working on Nas and Craig Mack. I signed on the death row East after. A lot of things have happened through your career on the DJ side, on the executive side, and then definitely on the music side as an artist. I know I'm going to Queen B, but I did have a question about the DJ side of it because it's like here you are pioneering again, like opening up a whole new side of the world and just showing people that can be done. I think that's the biggest thing. Like
Yes.
you're doing that. Do you think today's DJs have it easier or harder than your generation had it?
Well, everybody has it easy that comes behind. I had it easy because I came behind Grandmaster Flash and these guys. I had a blueprint. So that's just like seeing the house and going to somebody's house and saying, hey, you know what? I love the size of the house, but I would do this, I would do that and make a change. Guess but somebody already did the blueprint to the home. Like, I still love, Grandmaster Flash. I was a little kid. I put on my church suit and sneak into the parties to see Grandmaster Flash play. You know what I'm saying? So these guys were there. And what I say is they cut down the grass. They cut down the grass and the forest and the trees so that I could walk through freely.
Can't say it better. That's dope. Queen B, the floor is yours.
I just want to congratulate you on your induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My name is Queen B. I'm out of Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut. And we just wanted to connect with you because my parents, they came from Harlem, New York. And I'm here in Connecticut. And I just want to say you all did have an impact here in Connecticut because your music was playing in the basketball courts and the recreation centers when the music wasn't even on the radio. And I just want to salute you on that. And I know EDM has been a part of hip hop as well. Just want to be clear on that to the folks who are on the call. We have been a part of EDM, and it's great that you
Yes.
just definitely that you just bringing it out and making it seen and making sure that we are heard and seen through the stadiums with hip hop and EDM and reclaim it because we are a part of EDM. That is the part of hip hop from the beginning.
Yep.
So,
Those 808 sounds and drops. That's hip hop.
yes. Yeah. So salute to you and just keep doing your thing.
I appreciate it, sis. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hartford, Connecticut.
Yes.
I know you got some stories about Hartford area. I know you got some stories.
No,
man.
I have a place in West Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh yeah, that's about
I'm
8
down the
miles away.
block. I'm right down the block. Yeah, I'm down the block.
Damn, man. Eric B, what's your stock portfolio look like? No, I'm just joking. I'm just talking shit.
No, you know what's so funny? I was laughing. Me and Bumpy was laughing about that the other day, and he said to me, "Yo, E, how many places you gonna get, and which things you gonna get?" I said, "Man, as long as they keep printing money, we're gonna get it, Fox. We're gonna keep ordering equipment. We're gonna keep doing what we do, man." But let me tell you something, CL, man. By the grace of God, man, we are still here. Do you understand how I feel? It's been 40 years. That was out. CL's been 4 years, and it still rings off for CL.
Yeah, I'm here. I think the Matrix caught you a little bit.
Yeah. I said it's been 40 years. It's been 40 years, and being able to hear my music playing 40 years later, man, is a humbling experience, man. And I just want to say thank you to all the DJs that's on the line that played my records, that listened to me, that said that I inspired them. I also was inspired by Grandmaster Flash. I was always inspired by my boss at BLS, Frankie Crocker. You know what I'm saying? And it's great. And I appreciate when people say, "Hey, Eric, you know, you inspired me." It's a great thing, and it's a humbling experience. I don't ever want nobody to think that I'm cocky and arrogant, and it's humbling for somebody to tell you that. It really, really is.
Hey, Eric B, how you doing, man? This is Quantum Leap Radio, Houston, Texas. You had mentioned earlier that your mother was from Mississippi. What part of Mississippi was she from?
Ruleville, Mississippi. If you went through the traffic light, you went through the town.
That's small. Okay, I don't know if that was maybe in the Delta or
So
something
it's
like that.
no. So it's red. So to give you the where it is, it's 3 hours outside of Jackson.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
when
so
I
that's
go
maybe a
there,
little
I have to fly into Atlanta, then fly into Jackson, and drive 3 hours to her house. She's in Mississippi for real.
Okay, yeah. No, I was born in Mississippi. I was born in a place called
Okay.
Greenville, so it's probably Greenville might be a little bit bigger than that. One of the things too, man, and I don't know if you've said it enough or if I've ever heard it, but what was the like initial connection with Rakim? Like, where did you guys meet? Was it middle school, elementary school, at a basketball court? What was that initial meeting?
No, I was in so when I was a DJ working for WBLS at the radio station, out there in Wyandanch, they used to have different street festivals. So they used to call the station up and say, "Hey, we want that Eric B guy to come out." So I used to go to all, play out there, and I met a guy by the name of Alvin Tony. And Alvin Tony, he took me over to meet Bumpy Knuckles. He took me over to meet Rakim, and and these guys were doing their own thing. And I thought that, so what I originally was going to do is go from, there was guys I met in Jersey that were great. G-Rap is my little brother. And so I was going to get all of these guys and put them on one record. So me and Rakim started working on records, and it just started feeling good, and we just kept doing more and more records, and and that's how we got the Paid in Full album.
See, and that was another question I was going to actually ask after that, because I know there was, I can't remember who said it, but it was saying that either it was Freddie Fox, who, if he's on the line still, shout out to you, Freddie Fox, or Cool G
Yes,
Rap,
he's still
that
on.
was
He's still on.
initially supposed, okay, that was initially supposed to be in that, but you know, universe worked the way it worked, ended up being you and Rakim. How
No,
was
no, no, no.
like
It would.
once you,
Let me say something. Let me say,
okay,
so that we be clear. When I went over to meet with Bumpy Knuckles, he was in a group. He was in a group, and so he showed his loyalty and honesty to the group and said, I really can't leave the group. The guys that I'm dealing with, I want to stay down with them. And so he stayed loyal to them. But he's always, from day one, even though he was down with the group, he's always been my brother from day one. Like, even though he couldn't do records and couldn't record records with me, he's always been a family member. My father, may God be pleased with him. Always, Fox would come in the house. Fox would come in the house with dirty hands and stick his hand in the refrigerator. That's how much family he is.
yeah. Well, and I'm glad you clarified that too, because like I said, I do remember hearing kind of in the peripheral that Rakim and you kind of got together, not purposely, but it was almost like an accident. But even with that,
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not. That's
okay,
not
I
true
actually
because
Googled it.
I was.
If you Google that, it'll say that, and it has that story in there. If you Google Eric B and Rakim, I think that's where I read it at. Like Freddie Fox was late for
Gotcha.
a rehearsal, and
No, that's
because
not
he was
true.
late and Rakim was there, so that's how y'all got
actually,
it. I'm like,
actually,
what?
school. Somebody actually said that on Drink Champs one time, and that was where I remember hearing that. But go ahead,
Hold on.
Eric.
Let's clear up the bullshit. I want to know the truth.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Well,
Eric,
Bumpy's there. Put him on. Put Bumpy on. Let him tell the truth.
Bumpy, where you at? I saw him earlier. Is he still on? He might not be on anymore.
Okay.
Yo,
I
Bumpy, you
think
there?
he's still on.
Freddie Fox, you in the building? I don't
Going
see
once,
him.
going twice.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
he might have stepped off.
but he was, originally I was supposed to work with him, but he had a group and he didn't want to leave the group. So, it wasn't like it was a toss up between him and Rakim. It wasn't that at all.
So just real quick, because okay, so you're working at WBLS, you link up
Yes.
with Rakim.
Yes.
Who is the manager or A&R that sees you guys as
No. First of all,
I need to push you guys forward.
I got to go back. I did not meet
Let's
with
do it.
Rakim. I met with Kid Wizard. That was Rakim's original name, Kid Wizard. And then, he was studying his lessons and being a 5%er, and he had wrote the name on his wall in his house, and said,
Man, we keep losing you. Okay, there you go.
I said, where did you get that name from? He said, yo, man. He said I was studying my lessons and stuff, and I came up with this name, and I was like, "That's a great name. You should use that name." And that's how we came up with the name Rakim.
Can real quick, can you repeat that part one more time, because your
Sure.
connection was jumping.
So when I met him, his name was Kid Wizard, and I remember the rhyme he used to say, "What is it, a blizzard? No, it's me, Kid Wizard." And so his name was, they used to call him Pop. That's what his parents called him, Pop. So he was writing on the wall in his house, and it said Rakim on it. And I asked him, I said, "What is that?" He was like, "Yo, that's going to be my attribute for, I'm a 5%er. I'm gonna learn my lessons and this." And I said, "Yo, you should use that name. That's a great name, a solid name." And then he started using it ever since then.
So now there's a Rakim, there's an Eric B. Can you talk about who manages or who A&Rs you guys to push you over the hump? I think it was Remo that was saying he was hearing, the track for 3 weeks, but you guys get together, someone had to push that. Who was that person? What was that process to get you guys moving forward?
What do you mean? Our personal production, or who put the records out?
So who was managing you guys? Who was it? See, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of times just talking about how artists are developed these days. I look at you two, and there was not only a group, but there was character to both of you. So who was part of that? Who was that person?
That was me. We really didn't have a manager. All of this was really my brainchild and stuff that I like, the cars, the jewelry, the Dapper Dan, and all the stuff. All of this stuff was just stuff that I did. And we went in and start talking about, hey, this is the look of the group. You know what I'm saying? And I laugh to today when some guy says, "Oh, back then rappers wanted to look like drug dealers." I was like, rappers want to we want look like drug dealers. Y'all were driving Toyota Mazda RX-7s, and we driving Rolls Royces. I don't think I wanted to look like you. Sorry about that. You driving BMW M3s. I was like, my girlfriend at the time had a BMW M3. I don't want to look like you guys. So it was my vision to be able to push, Eric B and Rakim, the jewelry, because I got it from my uncles. My father used to dress up all the time. My uncles used to dress up all the time. And it used to always say, if you buy a great pair of shoes, you can have it for a lifetime. And if my father's closet, he had suits, and his suits were color coded. They used to go from light to dark. His shoes, the same thing. And it was like my uncles, from Mississippi, all of them were fly. They moved to Chicago. Excuse me. They moved to Chicago, and all of them were fly. And I just wanted to be like them.
And I mean, what made you kind of take on this role of like the silent partner? Like, we would see you obviously in videos, you wouldn't say anything, but even in interviews growing up, we wouldn't see you say a whole lot. Was that all a part of your kind of plan and vision as well with the group?
Yeah, because for me, Rakim was the front man of the group, and I stood behind him. And you never want to try to fight for the spotlight. Rakim was the guy in front, and all I did was, and stood behind him. That's my brother, and I stood behind him. Everybody else wants to fight for position. Like again, I didn't get in this business to be a star. I got in this business to get out of the streets. So it was never an ego thing because Rakim used to talk all the time. I wanted him to talk. He was the front man. He was the voice of the group, and I wanted you to hear what he had to say.
Hey, real quick, Bumpy Knuckles is in the building. Just wanted to say, we was talking about you earlier, Bumpy, and Eric was just saying, ask Bumpy the story about how he connected with Rakim and what exactly happened, because there's been all of this, I guess the wrong story has been told.
Yeah.
So it's important that we tell the right story. So shout out to Quantum because he was asking that.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you 100%.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Bumpy, real quick before you can you turn your phone to landscape so we could just get the full picture, man? We want to get all the legends in here right now, man.
All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I can knock that out for you.
No doubt.
In the meantime, in between time, let me see. Hold on, I got it. Hold on a second. Don't let me come in and interrupt this shit.
No, it's all good. Just turn your phone to the horizontal. That's it.
Oh yeah,
there
I
you
got
go.
that way like that.
No. Well, you got to unlock it first.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. Hold on.
You know what they say.
Bingo. There you go.
That's it. That's perfect. That's perfect.
All right, cool. Yeah. So the meeting that never happened was Alvin Toney, who was he was like the point person for a lot of artists. Like, he was a guy that he was cool with my brother. Him and my brother used to be really cool, and he knew Eric from however he knew him. Eric was always out in Long Island for some reason, and he said, "Yo,
there's a guy looking to sign. He said, "Who's the best rappers out here?" So he started naming rappers. He named Rakim and he named me. And I was driving up the main road and I seen Alvin, Tony, and Eric. They flagged me down. Well, Alvin flagged me down to introduce me to Eric. I was on my way to do something, and Eric was like, "Yeah, I'm Eric B, whatever." He said, "I'm Eric." I shook hands with him, and he said, "I'm looking for a rapper to get on this record with me." And I said, "Okay, dope." I said, "Well, I got to go take care of something. Can I meet y'all at my house at 5 o'clock?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "I will be there." And he's like, "Who's we?" And I said, "My crew." I was in a crew. So he said, "Well, I don't need a crew. I just need one person." And that threw me a dilemma because I'm like, "Dag, I feel like now I gotta, I want to put the whole crew on. I feel like I can't abandon it." So that's why I chose not to go, because I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave the crew. I thought it would be whack if I left the crew and we were already planning on doing a record. So that's why I didn't show up. People tell the story like I'm irresponsible and all that, but I kind of just chose to do that. And then after that, he saw Rakim. He just happened to see me first. It wasn't like they came to me first. I just happened to see him first. But I felt crazy after I left. I was like, dang, I was excited about it, but then I was like, damn, this dude is the real deal. And I wanted to do it, but I couldn't leave the crew. That's how the story happened.
Now, to the person's credit, who I heard this story first a few years back, they kind of said what you said, and it was just a situation of you had another obligation, and you couldn't do it. So I wanted to make sure, because I know Eric might have thought somebody was saying some false things. I think they were kind of saying that like Freddie, and I can't remember if it was. I remember being on Drink Champs. I don't know if you've been on Drink Champs yet.
Yeah, I was on there once with Russell Peters. Yeah.
That might have been it. I think that might have been it. Then that might have been actually you that I heard that from, man. So, but yeah, man. But thanks for clearing that up, though. It's to me, it's not common knowledge, but things like that definitely need to be put out there, man. Because a lot of times you yourself, we were talking to Eric about kind of getting lost in the sauce, but you yourself definitely get lost in the sauce when we're talking about hip hop in its earlier days.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I did. I'm glad that you did get on. Damn, I'm about to choke. I'm glad you did get on. Eric, I was going to ask you, because it's kind of been a little over 30 years since you put out your solo record. You were saying that you wanted Rakim to be heard, but what was your thought putting out that record back in 1995? I know Bumpy Nuts is also a part of that as well. I don't know if you can hear me, Eric.
No, I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear the question I'd asked?
No.
Okay, I was saying
the phone
so.
was ringing.
It's kind of like it's a little bit over 30 years since you put out your first solo record back in '95. I know Bumpy was a part of that as well. You were saying how you were just wanting Rakim to kind of be the voice. What was your thought in just putting out that solo record back then?
Again, having a good time. We're doing music and having a good time and pushing the envelope. That was it. Just having a good time. Me and Fox, we had a good time doing that.
Yeah, that was it. Don't get it twisted. Eric has always been, he's real modest, but Eric has always been super creative and always trying to, develop a new lane just for artists in general. It was a big thing for me to be able to be in the studio. And he said to me, "Fox, I need you to kind of help me create something that gives people an experience." He's always been about creating an experience for the listener. It was fun. It was fun doing it. And I was learning a lot at the time because it gave me a lot of time to spend with Patrick Adams, who taught me everything you could possibly think of about what was a studio, what that knob does, what this knob does, what is compression, what is EQ, what's the different frequencies, what are they for? Like, I learned all of that in the process of working with Eric on a solo project. I always was interested in working with E because he's so creative. He always wanted to be more creative than the average person doing music, in my eyes.
And up to that point, you hadn't dropped a solo yet. Your first solo, or did you drop it? Because I know you were on features. See, that's the thing about Freddie Fox. He was everywhere.
Yeah.
But like, you hadn't dropped a solo yet at that time.
89. 89, I did Freddie Fox's here in 89.
Okay, you did that then. Okay.
On MCA. It was signed, Eric signed me to MCA, and I did that in 89. And I kind of knew, what it was. It was an opportunity for people to see me and hear me. And what's great about me and what I've done is, over the years, everything has been a learning process for me. Just a chance. Like a lot of rappers, you hear them, they start off popular, and then as they go on, they get worse and worse and worse. Whereas my thing was, I started off as I was okay, but I got better and better over time. As I learned more, I implemented that into the creative process. And that's another thing that I kind of like to credit Eric with, because he's always telling me, he said to me one day, he said, Fox, when you stop rapping for the hood and start rapping for the world, you're going to be a whole different MC. And it always rings in my head, which is why when I did the video, The Master, we did a recreation of Kung Fu, going to the master to Sensei to tell him I want to be better. So we kind of took that whole thing and made it, what it is from there.
No, but see, that's dope, man. And even with you recognizing, yourself and your talent, because I would have to say, for me, when I really started to know who you were was when Industry Shakedown came out. What was that? I think it was like 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
But even leading up to that, you were showing up on OC's record, and you were here, DITC, and I think that's going back to what I asked Eric earlier about A&R and management, and just that development of artists. I just feel like these days you don't see that as much as a few people that I can say, like, I saw them from point A and you see them at point B and they're completely different, man. So again, I shout out to you, Freddie Fox, even
Thank you
for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do want to say, like, the tutelage is crazy how, Eric, always humble, but gives these massive lessons in this very, I don't know, it's like almost like, humble way, but you took some of that knowledge and gave it on to John Cena, and I was there for that. I actually worked that project, which went crazy. And the fact that I saw you, I remember taking y'all to radio. You probably don't remember this, but I took you guys to radio, and you were teaching John Cena. You are the real reason why John Cena was able to make those records. And I saw that. Like, you actually taught what Eric taught you to other people, which is, I don't know if you get enough credit for that, but I'm gonna give you your props, because he wouldn't have been rapping if it wasn't no Bumpy Knuckles. It would not have happened.
Well, let me correct you. He was already rapping, but what he didn't know, a lot of times, people are always wondering what made John Cena choose me to work with. And it's credibility. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys that I've been on records with, it gave them credibility. Like, just in the New York street hip hop scene, I've always been looked at as somebody that was credible from, and not to say that some of them didn't have credibility, but it always changed. Everybody that I've worked with, I've been asked to be on their records. I've never come to them and said, hey man, put me on this or put me on that. I've been selected to be there for whatever reason. And the determination to rap for the world and not just the hood was something that led me to that, that process, just to say, working with John Cena, how could I bring this, how could I make this right, make this street? It was always a challenge for me. And it worked out. I didn't write his rhymes. I didn't do none of that. But what I did was I sat behind that on the other side of that glass and I said, instead of doing it this way, do it this way. Instead of doing it this way, do it that way. And then that's what made it, what it was supposed to be. You know what I mean?
You helped produce him.
No, well, yeah, well, in a sense of, just that credit, giving them that and credibility, you know what I mean? Because John Cena had made songs with other rappers before me, and then it wasn't the same. You know what I mean? When we did Monday Night Raw on TV, it was that, you have to bring energy. You have to, hip hop is about how you can make somebody feel that experience and the believability of that what they're hearing. You know what I mean? You got records that tell jokes, you got records that tell stories, and you got records that just people just making a bunch of stuff and just throwing it out there. But we come from an era where you had to really be able to spit. You had to really be able to rap and really be able to rock the mic and make people feel you and what you were doing. So when I worked with John Cena, I was like, how do I bring hip hop and what I do to this element and make it work? And I dealt with a lot of weird stuff in the process of doing that. But, then again, here it is again, coming from this camp, coming from a camp where Eric B is showing me business and showing me. Eric was teaching me. Eric used to take me to meetings and they say, okay, tell me to wait outside. He's like, nah, he don't wait outside. He going in. I was learning the whole time how to handle the business. So I was structuring my situation deal-wise in the studio. I was being creative, not just for the hood, but for the world. So I was taking all these elements with me as I went through the game. Then you got to think about having Rakim as the bar, in the same crew. It's a high bar. This guy's in every top 5, top 3 MCs in the world in most charts. So that's a high bar to set. So you have to make sure that you live up to the standard of what people expect from the crew. In any situation I've been in, whether it was BDP, Naughty by Nature, Gangstar, I always rap with MCs. Always rap with MCs that I thought had the ability to make me work harder in the lab, and it worked.
Bump, man. I'm running down that list. I'm forgetting about the BDP days too.
The
Sex and violence. I'm like, Eric. I do want to get back. Eric, I do have a question real quick. Between that time, because you mentioned how I believe it was D Skills was talking about Craig Mack, and you was mentioning how you put Craig Mack kind of in a good position with Bad Boy. Are there any other artists that we don't know about throughout this time of your career that you were able to help kind of get through the door, much like you did with Freddie, Craig Mack, things of that nature?
Well, I've done so many things. I went from rap to boxing. I managed Floyd Mayweather, Riddick Bowe, Oliver McCall. I've done so many things. I worked at All American Communications. We did Baywatch, Price is Right, Jeopardy, and all those TV shows. I mean, let me tell you something. If anybody in this business say that they have done everything, I've done everything and had a great time doing it too.
I'm sorry, I gotta tap in. You need a biopic, bro. This is going on too deep now. This is going on too damn deep. You need a biopic, man. You really have to do this now because you're
CL,
talking.
it ain't over. I'm just pressing reset. We getting ready to restart again. We got to add some other stuff to it.
Listen, we can have part 2. We can have the second and the third volumes, but you got to start to put this down. And we got to find an actor that can actually do this. So you need 2 things. You need a biography, right? You need you sit down with you talking about your story, and you need a biopic because people don't know. And you're so cool, you all laid back, but every time Bumpy says something, it's a bomb drop, when it comes to you. You just dropped some names and some things, who would have thought Eric B has something to do with Baywatch? Who would have thought
what it is? You know what it is? It's business, man. Before anything, I do business. We got a great management company now. Myself and Kevin Evans kind of used to run, RCA Records, the president of RCA. We have a great management company. It's all about business, man. And I think that I know that what happened in music, as DJs, we have to drive the system back. We've played the back seat. We started out driving the system. We have to push back on the system now and drive the music again. What happened a couple of years back, they took away the title Black music. Everybody said, oh, it's racist, it's this, it's that. Oh, let's call it urban. When they did that, I told them, I said, it's over. Oh, no, Eric, urban is a great name. No, it's not. Urban is a way you can get a giraffe to run an urban record company, and urban records. You can get anybody. So guess what? All our Black executives are gone. All our R&B groups are gone. All our solo R&B guys are gone. Black music went down the drain with the word urban. And it's time for us as DJs to drive that ship again and make black music what it used to be. We don't have black music. We don't have an A&R department no more. We don't have a promotion department no more. We don't have none of this. You go to these labels, they don't look like any of us. And that's not to be racist. That's being truthful and honest. We have been shut out of music. The doors have been closed on us, and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to say the truth. The truth is, CL, you're in this business. How many black executives can you name at these labels?
One hand, if that. One hand,
And
if
that's
that.
sad. And that's sad. When we came up, we all, we had the Lowell Silases. We had so many Timmy Regisford. We had so many A&R guys that came up with us. With so many black music presidents that came up with. Now we have none. And it single-handedly killed black music. The word urban killed black music. Like myself and Kevin Evans, we're writing a book, and the book is it's about urban music killed black music. There's no R&B groups. There's no Jodeci's. There's no R&B guys. There's no Bobby Browns. It's no there's no New Editions. It's no nothing no more. It's over. So we as DJs, we have to drive the ship again. We played a back seat for years, and the MC has been the prominent and dominant voice. Now we have to do what we've been doing from day one: is drive the ship again and drive black music.
Word.
We
You
kinda
went out
lost
on the
you
last
again, yeah.
sentence. Oh, go ahead, Kwame. Go ahead.
No, I was letting them know too. He had dropped.
The
didn't
last
follow
sentence,
up
but it
with
was still prolific. That was what's up, and we do need to address it. And I'm wondering, is this the opportunity, like you're saying, for a reset of black music? Is this the time, and is the DJ going to usher this in? Because, like you said before, what was once shall be again. It's just
Yes.
how will it come back, and maybe it is the DJ and the really us taking our music back and putting it out independently our own way and getting back to it. I'm gonna leave on that because I got tons of other questions. I'll just ask just one more question just before I pass it back to Quantum. But do you think that we've done enough to protect our music history and protect our culture?
Absolutely not. We've let them dissolve all our groups. Remember when we first came into music, there was New Edition, it was High Five, it was all of these R&B groups were emerging. Now there's none. We did not protect the house. We allowed them to take away our moniker and say, oh no, we're not going to do it black music no more. We're going to do it as urban. And it has single-handedly killed music. Just think about it. When this call is over later on tonight, you're gonna think about it and gonna say, damn, man, Eric was right. There's no black executives. There's not one. Sylvia Rome, she just retired a couple of months ago. There is none. You can't walk into a record company. They're not developing groups no more. What they're doing is watching you get hot on the internet, then they're paying a whole bunch of money to sign you. There's nobody out there at a record company that says, hey, I heard of this underground guy. I'm gonna go to the club tonight and see what's happening. I'm gonna go to the streets of New York. I'm gonna go to Chicago. I'm gonna go to North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to these clubs and see what's happening. Go to the local radio station. Who's hot over here? There's no A&R people in our business. We have not protected what has fed our families for the last 40, 50 years, some of us 30 years. You know what I'm saying? To answer your question, no, we have not protected the house. We've let the house be invaded, and people are running through the house just stealing shit, and everything that we've built is just going out the door for free. We have not. It's just like the Black Lives Matter movement. The Black Lives Matter movement was strong. Everybody was saying Black Lives Matter. All the television stations were changing over, and more black people were coming on the radio. More black people were coming on TV. And then when they realized that there was no face of the movement, and everybody just let the movement go by the wayside. Look, where's the Black Lives Matters movement? It's dead. It's over. You know what I'm saying? We have left the door open and let people steal everything in the house. Have we protected black music? No, we have not. We have not stood together, and we have not stand strong and demand that they bring back black executives. We need black executives back. We need our black voice at the table. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else has their voice at the table. We're the only genre of music that doesn't at the table.
So as a follow up question to that, and I know you guys probably are dealing with time. This is kind of for Eric and for Bumpy.
Okay.
I have a theory. Okay, and so because you guys are in the industry, I want to kind of hear what you guys think. So this might be a bit of a complicated question. I feel like there was a moment during the mid 90s, a lot of it due to the Telecommunications Act of 1996. That has a lot to do with how people received hip hop, black music, avenues that were able to get music out there, certain record labels that were able to get, maybe lesser known acts, but these were acts that were culturally influencing people. Radio dials that were now gone because of this. That's my theory. You guys being in the industry, going back to what you're saying, Eric, about black music being taken away. When do you feel that happened? Do you feel it was during the early 90s, the mid 90s, late 90s, 2000s? When did you kind of realize that the grip was being loosened? And that's for both of y'all.
Probably in the 2000s when they sat down and said, urban music is the new black music and everything goes up under this umbrella. It was over. Just look at it. When you said the 1996 Telecommunications Act, we had a one in I want to say 77. There was one in 82, and like you said, 96. That had nothing to do with the Telecommunications Act. Had nothing to do with black music. I'm also, outside of being a DJ, I'm a ham radio operator. So with the FCC, so I understand those acts. But to get back to it, that urban moniker changed the landscape. And I tell everybody, I say, one slip of a word changes the complexity of a conversation. And when they started talking about urban music in the late 2000s, that's what changed and hurt all of us and changed the face of music.
Bumpy Knuckles, I kind of have the same question for you. Even shout out to Remo. He had mentioned the Hill track. And I remember that track, I'm only like 12, 11 years old when that track came out, but I was able to see that on television. I was able to receive that. I'm all the way here in Houston. How do you feel about the grip that was loosened?
Eric is right. Around the 2000s, what led me to doing Industry Shakedown was there was a time in hip hop when it was fun, man. It was exciting to be able to go into a club and you walk in and can get on the mic or get on the stage at the Muse or one of these local spots and really control the mic in the crowd and rock, and it felt good. And then your smart friend who was going to be your manager or your representation, he was able to weasel his way into a record label and learn how all of these executives were stealing money. And then he decided that at that point, we're going to stop signing talent and start signing people who don't want to know the business so we can eat. And it became that. It became, give somebody a budget, but there's the 48 fake out where they taking more money out on the other side, and the people start watching each other's pockets, and it stopped being about rapping. It stopped being about hip hop. It stopped being about that. And then the fact that the urban music thing came into play, like he said, what's the fight for? Let's just get this money. And that's what it became. When it became that, it was over. I mean, it's always going to be business, and business has to be done. But it's like almost like when you see back in the days. Let's talk boxing. When have you ever seen Muhammad Ali and or Sugar Ray Leonard or Macho Camacho or any of them guys walking around with all their belts on them? You know, now you see now some of these guys, and respectfully, I love boxing, but it's like if some of them, if you don't see a belt on them, you won't even know who they are.
Right.
You understand? That's how hip hop was the same way. It's like dudes started buying all these chains and trying to look like they were successful and not working on their craft and not working on how to, I wanted to know how to do in 20 years what I was going to need to know in 20 years in order to keep making records. So I wanted to know that the creative process. And guys stopped thinking like that. It was like, yo, I got to be famous. I want to be famous. I want to be famous. And then the same with these subsidiary labels. People started subsidiary labels, and they started taking advantage of artists around that time. And it was like it just faded out. So you had a little pop up here and there of people who really did good business and really wanted to find good talent, and it became few and far in between. And then next thing you know, everybody's grinding now, trying to, you know what I mean? It just switched. Everything switched.
Well, I mean, and also, do y'all kind of think that the digital aspect of making music had anything to do with that as well? Because it seemed like the creative process became a lot more easier for a lot.
It's always going to change, though. It always changed. We went from plugging the back of the mixer into the sound. Everything changes. Creativity is always going to elevate, or if to some they'll stay the same. Somebody can have an all analog studio right now and still make a hot record and bang it out into a wave file and put it online. That has nothing to do with it. People use that as an excuse. You know what I mean? It's just another way to make music. People can, when you can't play an instrument, you bought a sampler and you sample what you wanted. People talked about that. So when that became the norm, everything changes. I think that's just an excuse that people make. When you make music, you make music. If you banging two sticks together, or you playing a guitar, or you playing a drum set, music is music. It's about your desire to create something that was developed in your mind that you can turn into something tangible for people to see on the cover and take it out. That was what I want. I always wanted to show my mom, yo, mom, look, I made a record. I used to play records in the house and see those faces and like, yo, look, I made a record. You felt like that, Now everybody and their mama is an A&R and can tell you what's hot and what's not. They make their opinion more important than the stuff that they're criticizing. So you got to think, when a lot of that is infrastructure just eating its way to the outside, you know what I mean? And then we got people telling us what hip hop is when we the ones who started it. They took away, you stop seeing sound systems in the park. You stop seeing rappers in the park rocking. The park was the place to get your battleground. That was the place to get discovered. And the park was it. They put it in the venues, and now everybody want to be on stage. And it just became a big old circus of mediocrity. You know what I mean?
Funky Skunk, I see you got your hand raised, man. What you got to say to them?
Hey, I wanted to just put in my 2 cents and give my opinion of what the initial fundamental down to the meat and bones problem is overall. And y'all can agree to disagree, but they have systematically taken the education of the theory of music from our culture, from our people. Like if you know or the history of the entertainment business, how the entertainment business started. It started from the mob selling liquor and prostitution and drugs and gambling. And they used Black musicians that were purists that played instruments as entertainment to draw in the crowds and bring in the money. And they were ripping them off from the very beginning. They didn't allow them to make the money and started feeding the drugs into them for the most part and the alcohol into them. But the thing about it was all of that started with actual music, them 12 notes and the time signature and the key signatures and all that stuff that we learned in kindergarten. I learned all the way from do re mi fa sol la ti do to Every Good Boy Does Fine and Face and all of that in kindergarten. I never forgot that. I've been playing for 52 years, playing instruments. One thing that I found out about the greatest, to me, the greatest rappers know music. Eric B, you can co-sign for this. I heard straight from Rakim. He started out playing saxophone in school. Biggie imitated. Biggie learned his theory from a jazz saxophonist in New York, and his uncle down in Jamaica on the theories of music. He patterned himself after musical instruments. They knew about the music. We now all our culture knows, or I ain't gonna say all our culture knows, but very few know about the theory. The rappers that y'all talking about, they're just microwaving, throwing stuff together with samples, and even just saying there's nothing wrong with sampling. Sampling is dope. And my hats off to you, Eric B, being one of the first ones back in the day, one of the pioneers of making hit records off of a sample. But y'all knew music. You knew the theory of music. And that's where it started just depleting and going to the point where y'all talking about right now. And I think that needs to be reversed and turned over some type of way where that's where we will start getting the quality of creativity back in the game. You know what I'm saying? The education of it and what it actually takes to develop a real song from scratch. Like you said, going into, it don't matter if you got a 4-track Porter Studio, a 24-track 2-inch tape, or if you got Pro Tools or Logic, or even if you got AI. I've started learning the technology of AI as a tool, not to be my thing that I'm making records with. I'm using how when I first started into rap, I was kind of thrown off at first by, man, this ain't musically correct. Some of the stuff that they was asking me to do for them in the studio, I'm like, this ain't musically correct. And then I started seeing they didn't really care about it being musically correct. It's a new form of creativity. It's almost like Pablo Picasso or somebody. Picasso would make a painting and he put the ear in the front of the face and have their arm all, look at it. They'd be like, that's some weird looking shit. But guess what? Picasso is one of the greatest artists of all time for being unique and being odd, but he still knew about them colors. He still knew how to blend that stuff like Leonardo da Vinci. All his shit was real looking. So the point of the matter is the fundamentals are being taken from our culture, and we need to flip that back because our kids, they're going to still be stuck in this same rut where they don't own nothing, and because they only know that thing, they're being led like sheep to the slaughter.
You know what? To be honest with you, man, I feel that point, but when the ink is in the water and the ink is in the milk, what they say, a lesson ain't a lesson till you learn it. There's 1,000,000,001 ways for these guys to learn music theory, and all they focusing on is the bag. The water's poisoned already, and I'm not saying it can't happen, and I think it might be good for some cats, but at this point, because when hip hop was about feeling what you felt, I played the trumpet since the 3rd grade. And I understood it, but everybody didn't take that on to want to learn an instrument. And then when you start to discover music as you go along, you start finding that your ears work a different way. And I get it. You're 100% right when it comes to that. But as far as us, hip hop always feels responsible for the next generation. For them
Let me ask you an honest question though. Do you honestly feel the value to you and your existence right now today? The value of you playing on that trumpet started out as a kid. All the wisdom that you have right now, didn't it start from the beginning with that? Like if you want to play sports you got to start with doing, you know, like push-ups and sit-ups, and then go to that to running and trying to find your balance and your footwork and all that type of stuff before you even get on the field or on the court.
Right. But you could want that for somebody else. But as a kid, you know how people learn how to dance? By watching other people. Oh, look what they do. I could do that. Then they got these popular dances now. So when you
then they got to dance for themselves.
When your desire is to see somebody else. Listen, everybody talk about James Brown. I remember when James Brown dissed Eric B and Rakim on his record, right? Everybody talk about what James Brown did for hip hop, you know, but they never talk about the brilliant DJ that decided to use his breaks. James Brown didn't intentionally do anything for hip hop. He did what he did was for black music, and some great mind, some great hip hop DJ say, "Yo, rap over this," and then people scared to say that, but that's not a diss to James Brown. You know what I mean?
Just like James, just like James Brown went and got the coldest, most knowledgeable musicians that knew the theory of music, and he could turn around and grunt some stuff to them. Case in point, like Pee Wee, how he grunted stuff out, and they would turn it into the music that would make it a full thing and totally original. Most of the stuff that James Brown, when they say James Brown started not started, but put that with hip hop, okay. Prime example, Funky Drummer. He took them in the studio and they came up with innovative things just with the basic fundamentals of music. And most of his records was jam sessions because those musicians knew how to play.
Right, but he wasn't doing it for hip. He wasn't doing it for hip hop.
No, it was for black music. Absolutely, it was for the culture.
I agree. Also, I do agree with that. Also, go ahead.
But that's like you saying. That's like you saying Picasso. Myself and Fox alluded to it earlier, that you have to watch somebody else and learn. You said Picasso. Myself and Fox are Marcel Moulet. He was the last living student of Picasso. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch somebody else and learn from them. I learned from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You know what I'm saying? So that was my Picasso. Me and Fox and Marcel Moulet, the last living students of Picasso. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn from somebody.
Well, listen, I just want to say this, like, there has to be a part 2 on this, clearly. Like I said, this is one of the best conversations. Shout out to Bumpy Knuckles, Freddie Fox. This is a wealth of knowledge that spans over 50 years as musicians, people in the game, and beyond that as just good brothers. So we gotta extend that, man. I want to say thank you for joining for real. And this is going to be my final question, but it's just for today. But you know, looking back on life and music and out of music, what's the biggest lesson that you think, if there is one, that you've gotten from music?
My biggest lesson was, and I teach these young boys not to be distracted, stay focused, and you know, and I'm going to go into a personal thing here, which I really don't do. When you're having a family, you know, I love my kids, but what gets you distracted is having kids by different women. And if I could do it all over again, I love my kids, but I would have stayed with one woman and had kids, because it distracts you from what you're doing. It's a distraction. I tell these young boys, I said it's not cool in no kind of way. I said, man, you gotta try to make things happen. You gotta stay focused, because as musicians, you know, as musicians, musical people, we use our mind all the time, and we don't need anything to distract us from that. And I tell these young boys, man, yo, it's you know, and again, I love all my kids, but you asked what was my thing, was I really would have kids by one woman, and that would be it.
That's an excellent answer, man. Bumpy Knuckles, you got something you want to say real quick?
Yeah, mine would be to better learn how to navigate I would have loved to have learned earlier how to navigate that fine line between the music business and the street, because no matter how many heads you crack, no matter how many guns you shoot, no matter how many things you've done in the street, when you get on that stage, what matters is, can you rock that mic and can you make fly records in the studio? I'm seeing guys right now struggling with trying to find that fine line between the street, because hip hop may have started in the streets, but you can't have it both ways. You can't let it get all up into the corporate offices and then telling me you keep in the street when some suit and tie bird brain is telling you what's hot and what's not. They're going to tell you what'll sell under their platform, but then you implement the streets because you want to do it a certain way and it don't go that way, and then you realize you cross the line that they don't really want to rock it. It's a fine line that you got. I would have loved to have learned that a little earlier, but it took me some time to really get it, because it is definitely a difficult way. If you watch these rappers now on social media, you see them, everybody's looking for the approval of the streets, but they living like the corporate guys who wrote them those big checks to make these. It's just weird. It's, you know what I mean? You don't know who you are anymore because you fight in that fine line. Am I street? Am I an artist? Am I a recording artist? Then you want to, and when it first, just to finish it off, when you start off, you trying to be in every room. You trying to shake every hand. You want to be in every picture. Then when you get paid on, you get money and you blow up and you sell a lot of records, you got the dark shades on and you ducking pictures and you ducking cameras. It switches up and it's a fine line. So I would have loved to have learned that a lot earlier.
So what you saying, Fox? This is when keeping it real goes wrong?
Goes all the way wrong. All the way wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, thank y'all, man, for real, for joining. Shout out to Nav, shout out to Kevin Evans. If anybody wants to get in contact with Eric or Bumpy Knuckles for interviews, obviously the music is here. We're going to play a record on our way out. But the information to get in contact with them is either Nav, who's on here under Pranav, or Kevin, and you can just check in the chat for that. If you want to do the link, get them on your show, get a drop, anything to help support what they're doing. That being said, again, man, New Music Wednesdays is amazing. It's always love, man. And we're going to take ourselves out with this one. Put your hands up. Who came to see Eric B? It's an exclusive. Nobody got that. So check it out. You already know it's New Music Wednesdays.
Thank you.
Who came to see Eric B? Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your
Yeah, you already know, man. This was an incredible call. The ingenuity, man. Just some people just got it, you know what I mean? And they're able to motivate others, and man, you wouldn't even know that it's happening. So shout out to Eric B. Shout out to of course Freddie Fox, Bumpy Knuckles, everything he does for the game, and all the other guests, man. Shout out to Drumma Boy. Before that, we had who do we have on here? Spark Dawg. Before that, we had what you call it on Chef Sean. Just a dope day, man. So you already know it's New Music Wednesdays. Thank everybody for joining. It's been an incredible day, and we will see everybody next week with a whole nother lineup. And check out this. We will have to cut this up because there was some gems given out. And if you need to hit me up, just holler. You already know my cell. Text me or hit me on the DM, and I'll hit you back.
Also, for everybody that's on the call, that's not usually on the call, make sure you go to digiwaxx.com. You can get these DJ packs there as well. So just make sure that you do that.
Word. All right, y'all. God bless y'all, man. Until next week, break a record, support an artist, do something different.